It's the Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. It's the Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. It's the Evan edition.
Welcome back to the Evan edition. I am your host, Evan Bernstein, and I am joined by the one and only, yes, that is right, Zach Goldburn. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. I'm glad to be here. This was it's the highlight of my day.
Did I say it right? Because I'm so used to Zach from Zach Attack Reviews.
I know.
I'm like, I can't mess this up.
Yes, you said it right.
Dude,
you said it right.
Holidays. We are at the end of the year, and with the end of the year means we're seeing these December movies in theaters, but we're also getting super excited because 2026 looks like we got some bangers, and we're going to get into our top 10 most anticipated list for 2026 movies. And I, for one, cannot wait. It was hard building this out. We got the bangers, we got the Doomsday, we got the Doomsday, we got all the Dunes, all the days. But as we started getting into it, I'm like, man, there are some really, really good projects coming out here. Some of which I kind of forgot about because they're not those big blockbuster ones, but they're ones from people that I really love. So I was like, my honorable mention is getting kind of stacked on Accidente.
I hear that.
Man. But how is your weekend going, my friend?
Weekend's going well. My sister came back in from Germany, so we spent the weekend with her. She's currently on her way back home.
Already.
So I had a good time playing card games and obviously losing because she's too good.
She's not staying for the Christmas, the holiday kind of stuff.
No, yeah, she came for Thanksgiving, and then she came a little bit for this weekend, but going back home, she's got to start working.
Okay, I totally get it. Well, it is the holidays, and with that, I'm sure everyone has their classic holiday movies that they're watching, and by chance, I got to live my own holiday movie because my gift was accidentally sent. My wife's gift was accidentally sent to our old apartment from years ago. So on our Sunday morning, we got to travel into the depths of San Francisco, into the middle of the city where we used to live, and hope that someone would let us in, and hope that whoever is at the apartment we used to live at is still there and not gone for the holidays. And it was a journey, and in the end, we had a very nice USPS delivery man open that bad boy up, asked me my name, saw that it was on the gift, and we got it back.
Nice.
We're back in the game, baby. But oh my God, that was
very frustrating.
That was a lot. So I'm glad you guys are here in the chat because we're going to get into it. I already see a ton of movies for 2026. So I love to see that. Jeffrey, hello. Collector Movie Man, hello. Who else we got? Acres, hello. Thank you so much. Dark Room Reviews, let's go. I'm so glad you guys are here with us as we wrap up this year, and we look forward to some great movies coming out. But before we do, round of hands, who has seen Avatar Fire and Ash? Let's go. Who has seen it? Because we're going to talk a little bit about Fire and Ash before we get into the 2026 movies. Let's look at the bangers that are leaving the year as it comes to a close. Jeffrey, no, don't worry. We're not going to talk about it in spoiler discussion, so no need for that. But we're just going to give our general thoughts, and I'm going to let out the red carpet for my boy Zach and just ask him off the top of the dome, even though we text about movies every day. How did you like the third installment of the Avatar saga?
Yeah, I loved it. I think it's one of the best theatrical experiences I've had all year. I'm a sucker for these Avatar movies, man. Like we text before. I didn't see the original Avatar when it came out in '09 in theaters. I ended up watching it at home in my small TV in 2022, right before Avatar: Way of Water was going to come out, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually great." After hearing years and years and years that it was trash, and I loved Way of Water even
Really?
more.
It was trash.
So many people told me that movie was trash, and I watched it and I was like, "This is
Interesting.
why you can't listen to people all the time. You got to see it for yourself and make your own opinions, because there's so many movies that I like that I wouldn't have watched if I just listened to people." So yeah, I love Way of Water, and then I really love this one too. I will say I do think it's the weakest of the three films. So like, where I think the original is a 4.5, and I think Way of Water is a 4.5. I think this is like a 4, which is like not a giant difference, but I do think it has a couple more issues that I have with it than I have with the other two.
Okay. Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I mean, when you see these Avatar movies, these are a spectacle that you need to see on the big screen. Like at home, whatever your epic, setup, sound system, home theater is, it does not compare to seeing an Avatar movie in the theaters. That is what these movies are built for. So that alone, one of the best experiences in the theater that you're going to have spectacle wise and just technology wise, that is what you're going to get when you see an Avatar movie in the theaters. And that's what I love about them. And that's kind of where my love stops, is like, I don't really rewatch them at home. And this is coming from someone where when I get home from a Friday after work, my wife has Endgame on because she works from home, and it's like, so nice to have on in the background. And then when he picks up the hammer, you're like, oh, I love this part, or, when they're all laying on the table and trying to figure out the timeline, you're like, oh, I love this part. And then you just go back to work. Avatar, on the other hand, it's such a spectacle. It's not something you just jump in the middle of and you're like, I love this part. It's something that, like, if you're going to commit, you got to watch it from beginning to end. You know what I mean? And there's nothing that really like stands out that's like, oh, this is one of my favorite parts, because the whole thing is its own epic, right? And so that's really the
journey they're taking you on.
It's the journey that you're on, and you can't just jump in the middle of the journey. You got to go from the beginning, because these are chapters, right? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and then maybe end on chapter 4. I don't know, but I hope for, the people that want to see more movies from James Cameron that aren't Avatar, like, I'm a diehard James Cameron fan because he was that Spielberg, right? Where it was like a sci-fi movie, an action movie, a romance movie, a historical romance movie, right? With Titanic, it was like he had all the Swiss Army knife, right? Of a director. And now, because this is his childhood dream to make these movies, literal dream. He dreamed about this artwork.
Even his mom
dreamed about a 7-foot blue woman. So this is his childhood coming to life. And I totally get that. But I think I can speak for a lot of us movie fans that we are ready for the next James Cameron movie saga, whatever that is. I think we're ready for it. As much as people love Avatar and these others, well, it's just Avatar for the last, 15 plus years, but I think we're ready for the next James Cameron thing, because that's how good of a cinematic in the theater must see movie maker that he is. So that's where I'm at with him. What do you guys think? Send help. You guys are talking about, you guys are ready for 2026 movies. I totally get that. And Collector Movie Man, he was saying the crazy thing is the next Avatar 4 isn't coming out until December 2029. So it's like, bro, I want to see Alita, Battle Angel 2. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to see him direct it, but I guess we're not going to get that. But I'm just ready for what's next, and not to not appreciate what we have right now, because this is what theater going experience is all about, where you are completely encapsulated in this world. Like, I love it. So don't get me wrong, but I feel the seams are bursting a little bit. I feel the story is getting to a point where we need a payoff, like we need a conclusion, because it's dragging a little bit. I feel like the things in 4 that I don't want to get into spoiler stuff, but Jake Sully is a sellout to his people, right? In how they painted him propaganda wise is that he sold out his people and joined the Na'vi, right? And there's moments in there where you see that he's kind of this mythos of like, oh my God, that's Jake Sully, or the sellout of the American people, right? I wanted to see a little bit more of that, this propaganda and this I don't know, like having its own history within the movie, right? From the first movie to now, there was a lot to go on with the human public that we didn't really get to see. And we're seeing a little bit in there, but I'm like, oh, wow, that's so interesting. I love that. I didn't really see that. People with their phones out, like, oh my God, that's Jake Sully. You know what I mean? Like, that's dope. I'm ready to dive a little bit more into that and conclude the story. So that's where I'm at with it. Other than that, Fire Lady, Farong or whatever.
My baby.
My
baby boo.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin, it's in the blood. The acting is in the blood, but watch out for the belly, Red Wedding. But other than that, she is fantastic. Quaritch, love his story. It is so compelling. This hateful person against the Na'vi, and now your consciousness is in the Na'vi. Spoilers for the last movie if you haven't seen it, but that is so compelling. So there's all those stuff there, but I'm ready for an epic conclusion. 4, right? 4, people are lucky to get 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pushing it. So that's where I'm at with it, but you got to see it in theaters. That's where I'm at. And also, cheers to you guys. Happy holidays.
For me, give me 5 more of these. You know what I mean? Because there's no one else doing it. There's no one else doing it. We don't have any films that have a visual spectacle like this consistently, and someone that wants to do it. Like Denis Villeneuve does not want to make 5 Dune movies. He wants to make the next one, and then he's out. You know what I mean? Like we don't. And then other than Denis.
But that's 3. We got to be happy. It's not like that's nothing, like we got 3.
Of course.
And then
but
you're
Dune
out,
can
right?
be 5 movies because there's a lot after
5
Messiah
total.
happens.
Not 5 more, right? You want 5 total.
No, I want 5 more Avatar movies.
He wanted you guys 7? Want 5 more Avatar movies?
Give him 7. I want to see the air people. I want to see the people from the ground. I want to see all the elements like Avatar. I want to see the mythos built out. I want to see what happens with clones. I want to see all these little things that we've gotten. I want to see more creatures. That was kind of my thing with this movie.
What about not just Jake Sully's story? What about that? Would you want to see?
I feel like eventually he's gonna, he's gonna get got.
No, but not even like
just move.
Like not the sky. This is the Sully saga instead of the Skywalker saga. Yeah, why don't we go somewhere else? Different people, different. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. It is
because a lot of the fans talk about Jake Sully and Neytiri's relationship, and that's like the core of the franchise. It's supposed to take place on Earth. That's interesting because like with 3,
Earth.
with 3 is more of a 2.5, right? It feels like 2 was supposed to be like a 5-hour movie, and he couldn't do that, so he split them in 2. That's what 2 and 3 feel like. And I'm excited to see if 4 is like feels exactly the same as these last 2, then I'm like, all right, wrap this up. But I'm excited for them to kind of like wrap up the colonization storyline. We need
just calling him Jimmy Cammy. I've never heard that one, but
I've heard him called Big Jim. I heard him, Jimmy, never Jimmy Cammy.
Jimmy Cams? Should Jimmy Cammy make a Terminator that begins in ancient China or Egypt with a giant abacus and it predicts the leaders, etc., kills them through time? What Jimmy Cammy gonna come up with next? Interesting. That is wild, but I think to your point, I want a James Cameron Terminator movie again. Like, they didn't do it without him. They can't do it without him. Like, one more to just
I don't want him
show him
going
that he
backwards.
still has it. Really? No.
I'd rather him work on that Hiroshima movie he want to do.
That's and he will. He is 100%. That's another passion project of him. But
Yeah.
I really think, you know, like Terminator got run to the ground so much for him to come back and be like, boom, here's Terminator again, and really show it. It would be epic. And you know, he would not do that unless it was like going to be a banger. Like, he would never come back unless it was like he would change the game with it. So
he has something.
His last Terminator movie wasn't good. T2?
What was the last one he did? Did he?
T2.
Was T2? I don't think T2 is the only one he did.
That's the last one. He only did T1 and T2. After that, T3 was who was that? McTiernan? The
Jonathan Mostow.
Yeah, Mostow. Yeah. Surrogates and shit. You know, it's like nah, he hasn't done that.
He hasn't done any.
He hasn't done it Terminator since T2.
T2. So it's not him doing the rest of the movies.
But you guys, drop a comment below. Let us know your thoughts. Have you seen Avatar? Do you want 5 more? Do you want 5 total? Do you want the 555 deal from Domino's? You let us know. Drop a comment below. All right, guys, before we get into the fun 2026 stuff, I gotta just bring this up because it really rocked me this morning. I think you know what I'm gonna say, but our boy, that's right, James Ranson has passed away at 46 years old, what appears to be from suicide. And you might have seen him, and you definitely have seen him in something you love, but he's one of those actors, right? You got Sinister, you got It Chapter 2, you got The Black Phone, Tangerine, Generation Kill from HBO. This guy has been around for a long time, and I, for one, really enjoyed every time he popped on screen. Not to mention The Wire, which kind of started his career, to be honest. So gone way too soon. I just got to say, during the holidays, it's rough. You know, people are struggling with mental health, with being alone, maybe not being able to be with family. It's really hard. This is a place where you can come talk about movies, talk about TV, talk about James Cameron, who wrote Dark Fate, supposedly, and be with a community. So this is really sad, and I really love this actor. But if you're struggling with something, lean on your friends. It's not an easy thing to be honest and to be open, but you got to know when you're on this show and you're with me or Zach or Rocky, this is a place where you can lean on us. You can be honest. If you're struggling and you need a community, we are here for you as much as we can be. And the thing that we love that gives us comfort is TV, it's movies, it's comics, it's going to the theater, whether you're by yourself or not. That is the beautiful part about this medium. So I just wanted to put it out there. This is a community where you are going to have your back covered. You're going to be supported, and you're going to talk about the things that you love. So, Zach, does this actor, did this surprise you? Do you know, his credits, anything stick out to you that you really liked from this actor?
Unfortunately, when people, unalive themselves these days, commit suicide, whichever you want to call it, it doesn't surprise me anymore because a lot of people are stressed out. A lot of people don't have good support systems or don't take care of themselves, unfortunately. And you never know what anyone's going through. It doesn't matter if they're an actor or a plumber. When I saw his face, when I saw the name, it wasn't a name that I recognized. When I saw his face, I was like, oh, I've seen this guy in a bunch of stuff, and he's always really good. So it made me sad is that someone that I seen and had a emotional connection with in terms of like him performing, passing away in that way. And you're always just like, damn, like you never know what that person's going through while they're acting. They're doing this great performance. They're entertaining you, and the whole time they're not feeling well. So hopefully his family, will mourn, but find some solace and celebrate his life and not be sad about it too long.
Definitely. No, I same sentiments exactly. I mean, you never know the person next to you, what is going on inside them. And obviously, with this medium, you feel like you know them because like a lot of the stuff we love, like the It Chapter 2 and Generation Kill and The Wire, collector movie. Just watched The Wire last year on HBO Max. I mean, these are all things where you feel like you know them because you've seen them and pop up and everything, and you enjoy them when they do pop up. And James Ranson was that kind of actor. And my buddy Amar was texting me today, and he was really bummed. He was like, I really like that actor. And so you never know when those smaller roles still hit people,
of course,
in that way. And that's the power of how good they are in those roles. And it means something to a lot of people. And so, man, rest in power, James Ransom. Drop a comment below if there's a movie or a TV or a project that you really loved him in. If you haven't seen Generation Kill about the Iraq War in the early 2000s, him and Alexander Skarsgård are fantastic in it. It is very good. Same producers of, Band of Brothers, stuff like that, but fantastic show. And he is a great addition to their great cast. One of those Band of Brothers cast where you're like, oh, this guy and this guy, and they're all younger.
They're everywhere.
Those. Yeah. All right, guys, we are going to get into it. 2026 is turning out to be a banger of a year for movies, and I, for one, cannot wait. I'm going to go down my list of my top 10. I'm going to start at 10, work my way up. As I mention it, Zach, my brother, if you have this on your list, do me a favor and let me know where it lands on your list so we can compare and contrast and talk about it as we go through. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Let's get it. All right. My first one, I will be sad too. That is another just Hollywood icon. And that's the power of these things, right? These things are like family because we grew up with them. Like we grew up with Home Alone, we grew up with these things. And so it's always worth mentioning. Who's messaging me right now? My buddy Brian. Saw him dressed as Santa Claus for his neighborhood holiday party. I'm like, bro, you are the life of the party. He's like, I love a good party. All right, brother. Let's start it out at number 10. I am going with, that's right. Hold on 1 second. Did this mess up my order? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This messed up my order.
Oh no.
Dios mío. All right.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. I gotta back up. All right. At my number 10, I had, are you ready for this? And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think this will be good because some of these movies, they're like a whiles off, like some of them are like deep into 2026. So I'm just going to pop these bad boys into here. My number 10 is, that's right, my friends, DCU's Clayface.
Nice.
Is that an official poster? I have not seen that poster.
I haven't seen it either. I like it though.
I like it. It's kind of wonky and kind of crazy, right? A little out there. For me, I'll be honest, Supergirl did not make my top 10 list because you kind of know what you're getting a bit, right? But with Clayface for the DCU, this is an outlier because it's a part of the DCU, but it's not, but it is based on a classic Batman villain. It's a riskier kind of project that has a ton of question marks around it. And I'm going to pull my Leo. You've piqued my curiosity and now you have my attention because the things that we've seen of them filming this, they look wild, right? Like
Yeah.
the bandages on his face. You got Max Margello, or however you say his name. I mean, it looks like such an interesting project. And I love the actor that they chose because it's not the most obvious choice, but
Yeah.
it's someone that looks haunting. And this
Yeah.
is going to be a very nerve-wracking, haunting kind of movie. And so I'm really excited about it because it's a project where if it works, you best believe this is going to influence how the DCU operates moving forward, because now they know they can take chances on outlier type of characters and make them interesting to the general audience. And that's what really excites me. Zach, my brother, was this on your top 10 list?
No, it's not on my top 10 list. It is an honorable mention. I'm super excited because Mike Flanagan is writing this, and he's one of my favorite creators. And I think it didn't make my top 10 list because a lot of unknowns. Like, I'm not sure of the actor. I've never seen him in anything before. The director is solid, but I've only seen one film of his. So I got to really see a trailer to really get hyped for it. But I am interested. This image right here piqued my interest.
Yeah, I know. And I think you're right. Akers, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a ride. You know what I mean? Like they're going to take us right in the vein of the Joker, kind of like this world into Gotham through the lens of the everyday man, right? The everyday struggling actor, whatever it is. That I don't know if it's the Boris storyline, but you know what I mean? Like it's the boots on the ground. It's not the Catwoman. It's not Penguin. It's the unassuming man in Gotham that you necessarily wouldn't get a story about. And for me personally, Feats of Clay is arguably one of the best animated 2-part episodes on TV of all time. And Mike Flanagan directing this bad boy, one of the horror goats of this new generation, he said that he was inspired by Feats of Clay from the Batman animated series, which makes me think this guy knows what he's talking about. If he's mentioning Feats of Clay, chef's kiss right away. Collector Man, am I going to read your list that you post in the chat? I'm not going to read it beat for beat, but I do see you got a lot of ones that we are definitely going to mention. So please, if this was on your list, instead of me scrolling up, just mention the number that it was at, and we'll definitely post it in here while we talk about it for sure. All right. My next one, number 9. Love Potion number 9. You guys ever see that movie? Sandra Bullock? Oh man, it was always on Comedy Central, like on a Tuesday if you stay home sick. All right. My next one, number 9. I'm so curious if this is going to be on yours. And the funny thing is, I just found out the title. The Social. Are you ready for this? The Social Reckoning. That is right, my friends. The sequel to The Social Network, this time directed and written, not just written, by Aaron Sorkin, follows Frances Haugen, a young Facebook engineer who enlisted the help of Jeff Horowitz, a Wall Street Journal reporter, to blow the whistle on the social network's most guarded secrets. We now have Jeremy Allen White as Jeff Horowitz. We are introducing Jeremy Strong as a older, seasoned Mark Zuckerberg. We got Wunmi Mosaku, one of the most goated actresses doing it today. Oscar winner Mikey Madison, Betty Gilpin, Billy Magnuson, Bill Burr, Portia Doubleday. This bad boy goes on and on. I can speak every phenomenon. I'm not going to do the welcome song, but this is a banger. The Social Reckoning, because a lot of people put The Social Network as one of like their favorite. I see them on a lot of people's like top 10s of all time. That movie was like the GOAT movie for a generation. And to come out with a sequel when so much in reality has happened with Mark Zuckerberg in Facebook since then, and then to have one of the most goated method actors and Jeremy Strong taking the lead. I am just super excited to see what this could be and if it can stand up to the heights of the first movie. Zach, was this on your list?
Surprisingly, no. It's not on my list. I'm a fan of The Social Network. Maybe not as much as some people. It's not goated to me, but I really enjoyed it. I'm surprised they didn't get back some of the original cast to kind of play themselves because they are all older now. And but I really like the cast that we have here. Jeremy Strong, everything I've seen him in, he kills it. And he just worked with Jerry Allen White recently, so they already have a rapport already.
Perfect.
So it's perfect. I've been looking to see where Mikey Madison was going to pop up next, and now we know, which is really, really exciting. Because she won the Oscar and went straight quiet, And the rest of the supporting cast looks really, really strong. Like they're going to have presence on the screen, especially Woomy. I'm really excited to see her also get more roles and do more things and maybe play different types of characters.
Yeah. And you see, even with, Collector, this is on his top 100 movies of all time. So Social Network, people put The Social Network like up there, like the storytelling, the cinematography, the actors, like boom, boom, boom. Everything in that movie, like David Fincher set that atmosphere like perfectly in the fast-paced moving. And I mean, it put Andrew Garfield on the map before Spider-Man. And so it was a quintessential early 2010s movie. You know what I mean? And so can this live up to the heights? That's the question. But Aaron Sorkin directing and writing and this stellar cast, I just have a feeling this is going to be a banger. So that's why it is my number 9. All right. This is going to be on your list. I guarantee it. Are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
I'm just going to let the typing do it for me. You ready for this?
I'm so blind.
That's right. Zach Cregger's Resident Evil, with Weapons being one of the best movies of 2025 and really cementing Zach Cregger as a director and writer that has something to say. That is what makes me so excited to see what he can do with this franchise. Because as you guys know, am I boring you? No, I'm just kidding. As you guys know, the Resident Evil franchise has been hanging on by a thread with the last 2 projects, whether it's that television series or that movie. They haven't been great. It's been a struggle, to be honest. And honestly, they really haven't been good since that first Paul W. Anderson movie. I think that's his name, Paul W. It's not PT, which people were getting confused back in the day, which would be a sick Resident Evil movie. It really hasn't gotten to that heights of that first movie, which was pretty good. But at the time, it was like, whoa, this is cool. It's kind of bonkers. It's out there, and there's so much lore with the video game. Like, I know someone could take this to different heights. And so I think Zach Cregger is really the person that can do it. And with this cast, I mean, if you look at this, we got his boy, Austin Abrams. We got PWH, Walter Hauser, one of the GOATs. We got Callie Reese from True Detective. We got Zach Cherry, who's he's like, last time I drove a bus, I got yelled at, in Shang-Chi. Love that line. So, and then John O. Wilson, who I'm not too familiar with, but it's shaping up to be a very exciting project. And because Weapons was just such an instant classic when we saw that movie, it felt like, oh, this is a classic to me. Even though my wife didn't like it. That's okay.
Art.
That's why, for her, that's okay. That's why this is at my number 8. Zach, is Resident Evil on your top 10 list?
It's not. We have so many different movies. I'm surprised. This is on honorable mentions list only
Yeah,
because I love Zach Cregger, right? Barbarian is my shit. Weapons is my shit. I love his voice in the horror space. And I'm excited for him to do a linear movie, right? Like the first two movies he did were not linear. They were like jumping from all these different point of views, going back and forth and all this stuff. This one he said is going to be more like the game. That's why I was when Collector Movie Man said in the chat that he heard it's not going to be like the game. Kreger came out in an interview while he was doing Weapons saying, no, it's going to be very much like the game. We're going to be going from point A to point B. I'm going to be taking a lot of things from the game, from some different parts of the different games and making it just like how I liked it when I was growing up playing those games. So I'm excited about that because I feel like a lot of the Resident Evil stuff hasn't really pulled directly from the game in the right way, kind of taking the like things from it, but not really doing it the way the game did. The only reason why this is missing my list is because even though the cast, I like a lot of the people on here, they're not like leading cast members where I'm like, I want to watch a movie with them in it. They feel like supporting actors. So I'm waiting to see if maybe one or two other people get added where I'm like, okay, can be a Leon. This can be a Ada. This can be a such and such.
Pascal. No, I'm just
Oh God. I love Pedro, but come on now.
No, I totally agree. Which is it's interesting that I have it so high, but I think I have it so high is because Weapons really blew me away. And I like that Resident Evil IP, and I feel like giving it to Zach, some magic can happen there. Like he's thinking of something that no one else would really think of. And so I guess these bottom three are just things that like I'm so interested, I need to see it kind of thing, right? Clayface, Social Reckoning, Resident Evil. Those are ones where I'm like, I got to see what they're thinking in there. I need to see it on screen. And so I guess that's why it's on my bottom three. So how about we do this? I just did my bottom three. Why don't we hear, since I have nothing on your list, which is crazy. I can't believe it. I went wild with mine, I guess. Jeffrey, you got to see Weapons. You got to see Weapons. Even if you're not in horror, I'm telling you, a lot of it is funny. Like
it's not traditional horror.
It's not traditional horror. Like, oh, sorry. Collector. Oh, wait. Yeah, Jeffrey. And then Collector, you haven't seen it either. I'm not into horror either. Yeah. Weapons is not traditional horror. Like, yes, there's some eerie, gruesome, weird stuff, but there's a lot of stuff where it's like, this is laugh out loud funny. Like, this is kind of weird and funny to me. So I would give it a chance.
All right. A lot of it's a drama too. Like for most of it, it's a drama.
Yes.
You can get to it.
The atmosphere is like dramatized, and the acting and the actors are just so lived in that you feel. And me and Zach talked about this on the show. It feels like that world really exists. Like you could see those people existing in the Midwest. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, brother. Give it to me. I'm ready. What is your number 10?
My number 10 is Werewolf or Warwolf, depending on how you pronounce it. This is Robert Eggers' next film that's coming out on December 25th because he decides to drop horror movies on Christmas. I don't know why. He did it with Nosferatu. He's doing it again with this. Robert Eggers is one of those directors have established himself as, if he's making something, I am watching it, right? Because he's done enough for me where I trust him wholeheartedly with making movies that just blow me away. When you think about things like the Lighthouse, The Witch, The Northman, he's doing in his first three ones. And then obviously Nosferatu was great. And then this werewolf movie sounds really interesting. Like a period piece film where there's a lot of disease going on, and the kingdom that this movie's gonna be set in is dealing with that. But then we have this werewolf coming around and killing people, so they're not sure if it's the disease or there's an actual monster going around. Are people being delirious because of this disease that's going on, or is it an actual werewolf? So I really am excited about this. The cast looks really strong. He's bringing a lot of the Nosferatu cast over. Lily Rose Depp, William Dafoe, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Ralph Ineson. And we also saw set photos, and it looks insane, right? So I'm really, really excited about watching this on Christmas and seeing the first trailer and seeing what he pulls off here with another monster. I love how this thing. There you go. It's Aaron Taylor Johnson, and then my girl Lily Rose Depp.
Hot. Snaggle.
And that's what I like about her. I like that she's not
Bruce
worried
Dern?
about, huh?
No, is that Bruce Dern or no?
I'm not sure.
Kind of looks like him, right?
Yeah, I love that she's not afraid to look unpretty.
Oh no, she's got her dad's DNA, and there's his boy, Robert Eggers' boy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's it's interesting to me because I love The Witch, and I loved The Lighthouse, and I liked The Northman, and I liked Nosferatu, but I feel like after Nosferatu, to do werewolf is like, bro, I just kind of wanted you to do something different. Like, I know you're good at this, like, gothic, like gritty substance horror, right? Like, it feels like you can touch the screen, like
wipe the grime off.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, I love that he has that in there, but to do werewolf right after Nosferatu seems like you're just doing kind of the same, and it didn't really excite me. It's something like you. I always look forward to a Robert Eggers movie. That's not what I'm saying at all, so don't get it twisted. I just feel like to do it right after Nosferatu, like, all right, I'm gonna go vampire, I'm gonna go werewolf. I did witch already. What's next? Like
Frankenstein. He might be doing Frankenstein
Lagoon,
movie. Yeah,
like Creature of the Black Lagoon, like, going down the Guillermo road. I'm ready to see him stretch a little bit more out of his comfort zone is what I was hoping for, but I'm going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, regardless of that, I'm going to be in there, and to Collector's point, like, he goes out there sometimes, like way out there, prosthetic penis out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how out there he goes. So it's wild, but.
And what's funny, because he said he does not like for doing movies with phones in them. So that makes me feel like he's never going to do a modern film, right? Like, we're always going to get a film. Yeah. I think the earliest he'll probably do. When did the cell phone be created? The 90s? Was it the 90s?
Yeah. 80s, 90s. I can't see him go to the 80s or 90s. I just
no. Can't. I think the highest maybe 70s.
1920s.
maybe yeah. Like, he could probably do early 1900s.
40s?
He might get into the 50s, but like, anything that's too modern, he's not going to do.
Our boy Andy's going to get that 1930s spot with Welcome to Derry season 2. So can't wait to get into that. But all right. So where Werewolf is your number 10. What is your number 9, my friend?
Before we go, Jeffrey asked a question about Lily Rose Depp real quick.
Oh, let's see.
He said,
what has Lily Rose been good in? I'm not trying to diss, only seen her in TV. In that TV show was ass, or if you're talking about The Idol, right?
The Idol. She was good in it, though. She wasn't bad.
She was great in it. That show was directionless. It was bonkers, and the scripts were the dialogue was stale. It was bad. It was like, you can't have The Weeknd in there. I'm sorry. But if you have seen Nosferatu, she is absolutely bone-chilling in that movie.
Oscar-worthy nomination she should have gotten in that movie. She put her all in that. Oh my God. She also was in the Netflix movie with Timothée Chalamet, The King, and she was good in that as well. Her career is very young. She's been acting for a while.
Yoga Hosers?
Yeah. She hasn't really tried to use her dad's name that much, I noticed.
Which I love. And the choices that she's making is kind of like her dad's choices, where you can't put her in a box. She'll do this, and then she'll do this. And she ain't scared to look gross or ugly or get her hands dirty. Like, that's something that I respect about a
Yeah.
Nepo, you know?
Yeah. So I
Alright,
think Nosferatu's her big thing that you could see in
coming out party. Yeah.
coming out party because she hasn't been in a lot of notable movies yet. So that's her first big one.
All right, brother. Number 9.
Number 9 is Evil Dead Burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
I'm super excited about this because because of Evil Dead Rise, I decided to watch all the Evil Dead movies leading up into it, and now I'm a fan of the franchise.
What a
With Army of
movie.
Darkness being my favorite of the franchise so far, and then Evil Dead Rise being my second favorite one. And that one was such a great new take on the franchise itself. And while the person who did that is not coming back to do Rise, the person that's directing it directed Infested, which was it's one of the terrifying movies that came out in 2020 so far.
What's it
Especially
called?
for me.
Infested?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially
Is
for
Ash-
me, because I hate spiders.
Oh, okay. It's like an arachnid type of sitch.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of joints. So I'm excited to see
Ash
what he
coming
does
back?
there.
Is that why we have the chainsaw? Is Ash coming back or no?
I think the chainsaw is just something that the franchise has because the chainsaw was in Rise.
That's true. That's true.
And so I think that's just going to be the way they do that. But Hunter Duhan, who I think is an underrated actor who's in the Scream movies, he's going to be starring in it.
Man.
Yeah, he has those crazy eyes.
Right? The haunted eyes. Like, he is the Tim Burton character come to life, man.
Yes.
Like,
wasn't he in Daredevil?
He's in Wednesday. He is Muse in Daredevil Born Again. So he is on, and he's in Your Honor, which if you guys haven't seen that, Your Honor with our boy Bryan Cranston is incredible. And Hunter Duhan is absolutely incredible in it. Like, haunting face. You guys should definitely see that movie, Your Honor. It's so good. Television series, 2 seasons, takes place in New Orleans, which is one of the best settings. I love a New Orleans setting. But I think you're right. I think he still hasn't taken that next boom. Do you think that this is a big enough project to take that next step in getting recognition?
I think this is a project where it will lead to that project for getting recognition. Because even though I haven't seen her much yet, the mother in Evil Dead Rise got a lot of recognition from that movie. I don't know if she has a good agent that's catapults her to the next thing, but a lot of people were talking about she's amazing. She probably should have got nominated for something because her performance switch into the demon was great. And I could see him being possessed and doing an amazing job possessed if that's the direction they're going to go. And even if they don't want to go that direction, if he's like one of the people who are getting tortured in terms of like running away from the Evil Dead, he's going to do a good job of that. I just have a belief in this guy because he's been so good. And the franchise,
great torture face.
Great torture face. And I think the franchise is one of those things where it doesn't matter really who's in the movie. Like as long as they're a decent actor, the movie's gonna be entertaining because you're there for the monsters and not the actors.
Yeah, and I forgot Lee Cronin did Evil Dead Rise and then got Mummy because of how well that was received, and that was a great smaller film. You know what I mean? It's an hour and a half. Classic short horror movie,
90 minutes.
Jump right into it. I love that kind of movie. So
and that had one of the best openings of the 2020s.
Let's see.
I'm excited.
So that's your number 9 or 8?
Yeah, that was my number 9.
Okay. All right. Oh, damn. Budget of 12 million, gross 147 worldwide. Producer's dream, studio's dream. All right. Number 8 on Zach's list is...
It's a movie that you actually talked about on your stream, and it's the A24's The Drama.
Oh, nice.
Really excited for this. Talking about one of my favorite directors. He's not directing it, but he's producing it, Ari Aster. And this is the second time or third time he's produced this guy's films, Christopher Borgi. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. But he did Sick of Myself, which I enjoyed a lot. And then he also did Dream Scenario, which is one of my favorite films of that year. And I thought Nicolas Cage should have got nominated for that role. So I'm really excited for him to go off into something that's a little bit more different from what he usually does. He usually tackles like social stuff. Sick of Myself is about someone that needs attention. Dream Scenario is about how people treat people who are famous. This one is about kind of like, it looks like it's kind of about like put together marriages or relationships for people who are maybe famous, and they kind of like get together to boost their profile, and then the dangers of that and where it could go. And I think that this could end up being a really great movie with two of the best actors doing it right now. And I already love all the promotion, right? Like they put out an ad in the paper and all this other stuff, and I'm really excited to check this out. I don't even think the trailer has shown really what's going to happen in the movie. So
No,
I'm
I
excited
think
for the drama.
they'll spoil it if they do, because I think it's just to give you that atmosphere and that eeriness that something isn't right.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
people love drama. You know what I mean? Like they love the drama. And so literally they're going to love the drama movie because like you said, this is two of the greatest actors doing it at this age right now. And they're going to be in like 3 movies together in 2026.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be bangers, it seems like. And so I love that this is a smaller kind of movie where they're really showing their acting chops. And Robert Pattinson is really getting into this mode of these marriages with fantastic actors, like with Jennifer Lawrence and now with Zendaya, where nothing is as it seems and the cracks start cracking. And once that snowball starts, it gets bigger and bigger till you can't control it and all heck breaks loose. And so I, for one, cannot wait to see the drama, because this is like a very intriguing movie, an intriguing premise, because we don't know what that wedge is. And I can't wait to see what that could be.
Robert Pattinson's career is so fascinating, right? Like as a child, he was in 2 big franchises, Harry Potter and Twilight. Twilight obviously is the bigger one for him, and people thought he couldn't act because of that movie. And he just kind of like separated himself from there and went on the indie scene and was slowly showing, no, I am one of the best actors doing it right now. And now after he did the Batman, everybody's like on the Robert Pattinson train, right? Like,
yeah. As they should be. I'm glad.
As they should be.
I'm glad.
So I'm really excited for him.
Being Batman to show them, but just see Good Time and you'll be convinced. You know what I mean? No, I totally agree. Collector Challengers is a fantastic movie. The soundtrack alone is a character of that movie. And every time, even when they're not playing tennis, when there's these like verbal barring, you know, when there's these like verbal exchanges, like it is a match in itself, and that same music is starting. It was just such a beautiful thing to see in Challengers, how much music in a movie matters to the story, to the characters, and to the plot, and how it helps lead you through. I love that aspect of Challengers so much. And it really showed that Zendaya is done playing a teenager. She is a woman. It's time to give her woman roles, and the drama is the next step for her in that part of her career.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I'm excited. When she's under pressure, that's when she's doing her best. I feel like all the Euphoria actors is when they're under pressure, that's their best acting. When you think 100%. About Sydney Sweeney, when she tries to play like what was that? The movie that she did with Glenn Powell. I don't think her acting in that particular movie was like her best, because she was just trying to play like a girl that was having conflict with a boy. But when you think about like the horror movie she did last year and things like that, where she's like under a lot of stress, that's her best. And the same thing goes for Zendaya.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. It's the right role to really show the chops. And speaking of the right role, my number 7 is actually a reoccurring role. That's right, my friends. We have seen this character before, and we're about to dig in a little bit deeper, because we are going to go on the adventures of our boy, Cliff Booth. That's right. The off sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood This is The Adventures of Cliff Booth, and this is my number 6. David Fincher taking over the director's chair of Quentin Tarantino, with Tarantino still as the writer. This will focus and showcases more Cliff Booth's backstory in his new role as a Hollywood fixer. And we got, banger of a cast. We got Brad Pitt. We got Elizabeth Debicki, Carla Gugino, Holt McElhenney, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Timothy Oliphant, which I think he's reprising his role from Once Upon a Time. We got Scat Khan. We got Corey Fogelmanis of Girl Meets World fame, which is random as heck. But look at these pictures. Like, this is Hollywood, man. This is Hollywood. He's got the stash. He's got the long hair. So we're getting more into the 70s, right? We're in we got the yellow shirt again. Like, I love Once Upon a Time. And to see that character, his Oscar-winning role, back in a sequel with David Fincher, who he's worked with several times before, I am just so excited. So it's a little bit high on my list, but man, I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I loved his character. So to see him back as this character again, The Adventures of Cliff Booth is at my 7. Zach, is this even on your list?
I've never seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so no.
Well, get out of here.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie.
Said loads of people hated Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I liked it a lot. I don't know if people hated it. I mean, it was nominated for a lot of Oscars, and it got a lot of money.
So was that that other movie on Netflix was Zoe Saldana, got the most nominations ever.
That's a little bit different. I mean, a Tarantino movie is a very different than whatever that monstrosity was.
What was it called again?
This bad boy, I don't remember. I don't know. This Once Upon a Time was made for 90 and almost made 400 worldwide. This was a very, very successful movie, and a stellar cast, the first one. But a lot of
people in that cast are big now. You know, it had Margaret Qualley, it had Sydney Sweeney, it had Austin Butler, it had Mikey Madison, it had
Margot Robbie, Emile
Victoria
Hurst,
Peretti, you know,
Julia Butters, right?
Yeah,
one of her breakout roles. I mean, the cast was insanely insane. I mean, Luke Perry, rest in power, you know.
But it is a divisive movie. I see a lot of people that love it, and I do see some people who are like thinks it's overrated. So I do see there is a mixture on there, even though it was. I think the further people got away from it, that's when the divisiveness came, because obviously it did really well in theaters and it did get nominated for Oscars.
Yeah, won several Oscars and made all the monies. But yeah, I could see it's divisive. But at the same time, people love Brad Pitt, man, and to see him as the lead, David Fincher. Different take on the character, different kind of style. You know what I mean? And I, for one, I loved Once Upon a Time. It was actually, I saw it twice in theaters because that was the first movie I took my wife, then new girlfriend. That was our first movie that we saw in theaters, which, as you can see behind me, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood poster right there.
Nice.
Because that was just meant a lot to us. That was our first movie we ever saw in theaters together. Then we got Friends, and then you can't see over here, but we got a dope Interstellar poster because that was her first sci-fi movie that I showed her where she was like, this was really good. We got to see that again. And I was like, oh, okay. You don't even like sci-fi that much. And so I think I know that Brad Pitt, one of the GOATs, one of those old Hollywood stars, right? The last of those kind of stars. To see him in this reoccurring role that he won an Oscar for with David Fincher and Tarantino writing, it's just, it has the makings of something really special. So I am extremely excited. All right, guys. For my number 6, and I know this is going to be on yours. So we'll go 765 and then we'll do your 765.
Yeah.
For my number 6, this is going to be on yours. Are you ready? You know what I'm going to say. Come on. You know where I am. You know where I'm at. Come on now. We got Project Hail Mary from Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the two writers that gave my cousin his first writing job in Hollywood and are his good friends, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So they are the Spider-Verse, Lego Movie, 21 Jump Street, and Han Solo. Oh, took that away from him. Never mind. Not the Han Solo movie. This is something that I am really excited for. We got, of course, Andy Weir, the writer of The Martian, a beloved movie that people really, really enjoyed. And I've heard nothing but good things about Project Hail Mary. And it looks really intriguing to me. And people just rave about the book. They say it's fantastic and that the trailer doesn't do the movie justice of what we're going to see. So I, for one, am very excited about this movie. I think it's going to blow people away. Just like The Martian, a very unassuming movie that people couldn't stop talking about once it hit the theaters. I think Project Hail Mary has the potential to be that. And so that's something that I put right in the middle at 6. I am a sci-fi lover, and that's what I'm really excited for. Where is this on your top 10 list, Zach?
It's not on my list.
What the F? Jeffrey, help me out. Where is this? What is happening?
Oh,
Why
bad.
is it not on your list? Tell me.
I wasn't impressed with the trailer, honestly. I saw the trailer, and like you said, a lot of people who said read the book.
I'm not either.
Read the book, said that the trailer is not going to do its justice. So it made me a little bit more excited because I forgot that this was based off of something and not original.
Right.
And obviously all the writing and everything, the people who are directing and writing it, I have trust in them. It's just that based on what they were trying to sell to me, I was like, I feel like we get one of these every year. Someone's lost in space, they meet an alien, and they become best friends.
Brush it off like that.
But I'm excited because I love Ryan Gosling. He's one of my favorite actors. He's one of those actors that I watch movies that he's in. Like if he's in a movie, I'm gonna watch it. I know that he's not the best box office draw in the world, but I'm excited for anything he's in. So I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm not just super excited to watch it.
Okay. No, I feel that too, and now I'm regretting it. No, I'm just kidding. I think you're right. I think you hit the nail on the head there that, Ryan Gosling, he might not be the biggest box office draw, but he is great in an ensemble. And when you look at this, you got the AT&T girl, Milana Vayntrub. You got Sandra Hüller coming hot off of
Anatomy of Fall.
She had like 2 in the Oscars, right?
Yeah, Anatomy of Fall and the Zone of Interest.
Thank you. And so she is just crushing it right now. We got Lionel Boyce from The Bear, who is fantastic. Ken Leung, who honestly is pretty underrated. But the thing about this is we got a lot of actors like Bastian Antonio Fuentes, who I hear is like really good. Like the kids are really good in it. But we have a lot of actors that like are unassuming, but put them together in an ensemble, and I think they'll crush it together. It's very interesting to me. I feel like I'm forced selling this. Like I don't know now. Now I'm regretting it. I'm taking it off. It's off the list. No, I'm just joking.
No,
what did our boy Collector said? Robert Meyer Burnett this year when they went to Cinecon, they got 15-minute preview of the movie, and he said this movie is going to be nominated for Best Picture. He does keep saying that, and he is a big lover of the book, and he is a huge lover of the book, and so he has faith. He has a lot of faith in this. Project Hail Mary is my first book that I'll be reading for the new year. Fantastic. Nice. That's a great way to get into it.
I do like Robert, right? I love Robert Meyer Burnett. But I gotta say, he does hype up movies that are really, really good, but don't do well. Like, I've seen him do it, right? Like, he's like, this is gonna be amazing. It's gonna like wrap people, and like, I go watch it. I'm like, this is fantastic, but the general audience usually doesn't connect with it. So I always take that with a grain of salt when he like hypes something up. I always go, I'm probably gonna like this that because he liked it, but I don't expect it to be like this big thing.
Okay. I know this is going to be on your list. Are you ready for this, my friend? I know it. Come on.
Did you put money on this one? Because you said that a couple of times.
No, I'm putting all the money on it. You ready? You know what I'm going to say. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Give it to me. That's right. Number 5 on my list is Michael. The Michael Jackson biopic. We're finally here. We finally have a musical biopic of the GOAT, the Prince of Pop, and directed by Antoine Fuqua, written by John Logan. This movie is going to be $1 billion movie if done right. It's going to take the world by storm, kind of like how Elvis did. But this movie, I am so excited about. There is not a Michael Jackson song that you can't put out there and someone will start being like, get closer, and start singing it right off the bat. Facts. This is an icon, you know, and of course, the second movie is going to dive into the more controversial parts of Michael Jackson's career, but nonetheless, this is the most iconic and, for many people, polarizing superstars of all time. And to finally see him, because you cannot deny the music and what the music did for the world, this is going to be a banger of a movie. And I, for one, cannot wait. Zach, help me out, brother. Help me out. Where is this on your list?
I really wish I could help you, my brother, but it's not on my list.
Am I crazy, you guys? What is going on? No. Collector, they're dividing it into 2 movies. It's not going to be 3 or 4 hours. They're dividing it into 2 movies.
Yeah, that would be insane.
No, yeah.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be like this 4-hour long thing, and they decided, no, let's separate it into 2 parts, like Wicked Part 1 and 2, and all these other like musical things that they've been doing where we're separating things into different parts. So it's definitely definitely not going to be that long.
Wild.
What? Oh, that's not on my list. Okay, so there's a couple reasons, right? I don't like how he looks. I don't like how his nephew looks. I don't like the kind of uncanny valley prosthetic thing that they put on his face. Like, looking at this picture here, it just looks weird. And I honestly feel like, based on the trailer, this looks like a VH1 movie. It doesn't look like something that I would see in theaters. I'm going to watch it because Michael Jackson's the greatest of all time, and I'm going to go support the film. I want to see how good they do my boy. But just based off the look of it and how I feel like that he's playing Michael like a caricature and not like really playing.
It doesn't. Don't get me wrong. You are absolutely right. This could go both ways, right?
Yeah.
It could go the Austin Butler route, right, with Elvis.
Yeah.
And put him on the map, and it's incredible. Or it could go, I mean, I hate to say it, but I love Taron Egerton as Rocket Man, but people did not like that movie. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I thought he was fantastic, and he sung those songs. Like, you got to give him credit. But
he's a great actor.
He did not get the love that Rami Malek got for Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah. So it is a fine line when it comes to playing such a big icon, and it can go either way. This is a make or break role for Shafar Jackson. Yeah. And you best believe that if it is not done right, they are going to come for his head. So you have to.
I hope they don't, though, because it's not only on him. Right, like obviously, if he's a bad actor,
audiences are, you know how, like, they go for the face. They don't go for like, who was the writer of this? John Logan. I'm gonna get you. It's like they don't care about John Logan.
They don't care about John Logan.
He ain't on the screen.
Yeah, if he acts his ass off, he performs his songs, he dances, and he's an artist. So it's not like they just pulled a nephew off the street and then find someone that actually had talent. He can sing, he can dance, he writes his own songs, so he understands how to be an artist. I just hope that they capture Michael authentically, right? Like so many stories have been told about how like yeah, he talked with that voice in public, but in private he didn't speak like that. Are they going to have that switch?
That's a good no, that's a good point. Like, are you like, and I think Antoine Fuqua is going to do it justice because
I hope so.
He is a very underrated filmmaker. Like, he is fantastic. Like, before the Jordan Peels, before the Kuglers, like Fuqua's been doing this thing. Like, American Gangster, are you kidding me? It's like one of the most iconic gangster movies of the past 20 years. Like, people don't talk about it enough. Like, I love that movie. Bro, when he caps Idris in the head in the street,
so good.
Iconic. But people, like, they don't give him the love that he deserves. I mean, that Magnificent Seven movie is underrated. Like, that was a good movie. So I think you're right. I think only time will tell. And, you know, Collector's right. Do you think, depending on the second trailer, that it could move the needle for you a little bit? If you see a little bit more, could it possibly, you know, move the needle a little bit more for you?
I'm hoping that the second trailer really shows why this is a theatrical release, other than the fact that it's a Michael Jackson movie, and what it looks like for like what's the flow of it. Is it going to be like have a rhythm to it, kind of like a Bohemian Rhapsody kind of film, one of those, or is it going to be like a drama biopic? And it's going to be the standard thing. We're going to see him from birth, and then we're going to go through his whole life, and then we're going to see the downfall and the struggles. And again, you know, like what's the flow of it? It's going to be one of those that capture a moment in time. I'm really interested to see how we do this, because I know the second film is going to get into his later half of his career. You know, the vitiligo, some of the allegations and things like that. So I'm interested to see. I mean, how they do this.
Two words for you, okay? Coleman Domingo, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Oh, he's gonna kill that.
He's gonna kill it. So I think I think I'm messing with Akers. He was like, who will be the best performer in the Odyssey? I was like, me. No, I think Coleman Domingo is gonna really impress people. So and Nia Long, I think, is really good too. So I think this is a great opportunity for a lot of actors to show their chops in such a high profile kind of project. So I'm really excited to just see a definitive biopic of Michael Jackson that isn't on VH1. You know what I mean? Like I want that. So all right, my friend, we are on your 7, 6, and 5.
Okay.
We have nothing of the same, which is weird as heck. I did not think.
But it's great though. That shows that there's a lot of movies coming out this year that are hot.
It's hot. You're right. You're right. That's a good thing to have. We are embarrassment of riches. At number 7, tell me what to type in here, my brother.
Yeah. So as everyone knows, I'm a big fan of zombie films, and we got a zombie film last year that was very divisive, but I'm hearing really good things about this one, and that's 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple.
I knew it.
I'm super excited for this. The trailer looked amazing. All the people who saw it early have said like this is so damn good. It's different
better,
from
right?
it's better, or like at least it's different. It's different from the first 28 Years Later film. Nia DaCosta is directing. I think Alex Garland is still writing it because he's gonna be writing all 3 movies and just have different directors. And Nia DaCosta is bringing her own flavor, and a lot of people are saying this is her best directed movie, which I'm excited because I thought that Hedda was her best directed movie that came out this year. So I'm excited to see her level up again. We're getting almost a whole new cast. Like the little kid from the first one's coming back, and what's his name? Oh my god, why am I forgetting his name? Ray Fiennes is coming back as well. He's gonna have a more prominent part. But we're getting so many other actors that we haven't seen in the first one in this, and I'm excited for them to expand this version of the world. I'm excited that zombie movies have been slowly creeping back into the mainstream. We've been getting like really cheap, goofy ones on like Tubi, but we haven't really got big ones. And I'm excited that this one, and we also get in We Bury the Dead is also coming out in January the same month. This one's coming out on January 30th. It looks amazing. I'm excited to see
This
where
man
they
is
take
crushing it, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's crushing it.
Finally, people are seeing his acting chops.
Jack
because
O'Connell, man, he's doing a
I
great
have
job.
loved Jack O'Connell ever since he was in this movie with one of my favorite. Oh, well, one, he was in Unbroken, which is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen that, it's about a real American hero, Louis Zamperini, who, you know, survived a plane crash in World War II, was an Olympic runner, was in a concentration camp in Japanese concentration camp. But he was in this movie called Starred Up in 2013 with Ben Mendelsohn and Rupert Friend. And Jack O'Connell is just so underrated. And I'm so happy that he's getting these roles now. And you may be able to see this guy's dick again.
And you know what's crazy about Jack O'Connell is, you know, Skins, the European version, really launched a lot of people because Nicholas Hoult was in that, Jack O'Connell, Dev Patel, Daniel Kaluuya.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Like we've have a lot of people who are like started getting big stuff in Hollywood.
Finally
coming from that show. So I'm excited. I think this is gonna be gruesome. I heard it's weird. And I'm really, really excited for this one.
It's all in Hebrew. All right, brother. What is your number 6?
My number 6 is The Odyssey.
6?
6.
That low. That is
6,
wild.
7.
That is wild. 6, 7.
6.
That is low. I did not expect that. Why don't we just start out like this? Why is it so low?
Look, it's in the top 10. There's like hundreds of movies coming out and it's up there. But the main reason why is because the trailers surprise. I know it's gonna be a surprise for me, and this is another thing where I just have not been impressed by the trailers.
There hasn't been. It's only been like the teaser, which is like nothing, and then the one before Avatar was like teaser, is like short as hell.
Yeah, exactly. And but I've seen teasers. I've seen teasers that made me go, ooh, you know what I mean? Like this didn't make me go, ooh. It made me go, okay, we're getting another film within this time period, and we've had 100 million of them, but this is a Nolan one, and it has a really all-star cast. But like, I'm not seeing anybody be transformative in their acting. Tom Holland looks like he's just being Tom Holland. John Bernthal looks like he's just being John Bernthal.
Word.
But he's making the faces. He's making the Peter Parker faces.
Like the Jim face from The Office.
Yeah,
he looks
like even when he's looking at John Bernthal talk, it looks like when he was looking at Happy Talk in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
I love John Bernthal. I'm so excited to see what Akers asks who, you know, and it's this is a hard question. Like, who will be the best performer in the Odyssey? That's so hard because like we don't know like how big of a role each person will have. Like in the story of the Odyssey, there's a lot of characters in there. But I did want to say, if he has a substantial role, I think John Bernthal will be a breakout character. I just don't know how big it'll be in the scheme of the entire movie. But that's something that I'm really looking for, seeing John Bernthal, who's like, you can't protect him, Homer. No, I don't know. Like whatever he's, you know, the classic, hey, Red. But it's gonna like he's one of my favorites doing right now. So I really hope he has the enough to show people how good he is in that movie. So
because this is probably the most stacked cast, other than maybe like an Avengers film that's coming out next year, right? Like Matt Damon and Tom Holland are the two leads. But we got Robert Patt, who's on a tear. Zendaya, Mia Goth, and Hathaway. You talked about John Bernthal.
The cast is insane. The cast
is
the cast alone should have put this in the top 5 for you. That's crazy, bro.
You know, Charlize Theron. Hey, I've seen a lot of movies where a great cast and movies suck. So
it's Nolan.
He did Tenet.
Oh, don't tell Kenny that. No, doesn't Kenny like Tenet? He really likes it, right?
Yeah, it was okay for me.
My boy really likes that movie. I'm like, damn, you love that movie. I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta watch it again to really give my opinion, because I was like, what's happened? Like, this is it's like so like
Yeah. I don't mind
right.
not knowing fully what's happening in a movie, but I still gotta enjoy it. You know what I mean? But I feel like the Odyssey is gonna be pretty straightforward because it's based off that classic story. Probably the most straightforward film Nolan's gonna be doing since Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to see the animatronics that he's gonna use for the Beast. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
You know, obviously there's gonna be VFX and CGI to enhance them, but the fact that
IMAX cameras, fully IMAX, is gonna be
amazing.
insane. Like, you gotta see it in IMAX or you're
Oh
not gonna do it justice, right?
yeah.
Like,
Visually, this movie's gonna look amazing. The acting is all gonna be stellar. I'm scared for the women characters because Nolan is not good with women. I think he's just not. But I'm trepidatious in terms of like this being my number one, number two, three, because there's other things that's coming out this year that I'm a little bit more excited about that I feel like I'm gonna watch more.
yeah, no. I totally get that. And that's why I'm very, very curious as we get into our top three, because my top three is pretty much most people's top three, I thought, besides my boy Zach. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is Amran Fennel. I think that's how you say her name. Wuthering Heights.
Worthington Heights.
Wuthering Heights. This is strictly based off the 2 leads and that trailer. I thought the trailer was fantastic. It drew me in right away.
Bro, this looks like a classic, like those novels that like women love, the romance, where like the hunky guys on front. Like, this looks exactly like those kind of old
Brought to
school
life
novels.
Yeah, they're called smut books now.
Okay.
But yeah, I love Jacob Elordi. How do you say his last name, from Euphoria, and then obviously the Kissing Booth.
Yeah,
and obviously Frankenstein, right? Like I love him for Frankenstein. I think he should be nominated for that as well. And Margot Robbie, I'm a fan of. She's great in everything, even if the movie's not good. I always rely on her. Yeah. And they look like they have amazing chemistry. I know there's controversy with this movie. A lot of people feel like it's not adapting the book properly, but also there's like quotations around the title, so she might be trying to do like something different with it. And also Jacob Elordi is also whitewashing the character because the character is supposed to be brown. So there's a little bit of things like that.
Supposed to be Latino?
Black. Latino? He's supposed to be black because he's like a indentured servant.
That's messed up.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
But every adaptation of this story, they never casted a black person for this role.
I know but it's like Emerald. You like with Promising Young Woman, like you have this like champion of like the disenfranchised, like women, but then like when it comes to black people, you're like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Like, I want the hot guy, the hot black guy. Because then she's like, I want to do another movie with him. Like, I think that's the thing.
Yeah,
I think
put in Aaron Pierre. People would have came to that hella fast. Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa.
You might have burned it down. Margot Robbie with a black man? No. That means
that would have been great. I love pissing people off with movies. Like,
that's true.
That's the story. No, Emerald Fennel has really solidified herself as a filmmaker. And when she puts something out, I'm excited to see it. When it comes to Promising Young Woman, Saltburn, she's on her way there. And so that alone makes me very excited. The only thing is, like you with a lot of the movies I mentioned, this trailers just didn't really do it for me. It seems very sappy. It seems very like, I love you, but it's a forbidden love and we just can't, but I'll meet you in the barnyard later. And it's like all this
exactly what it is.
Like, yeah, exactly what it is. And so it didn't really like get me there. Like when I saw the drama, I'm like, oh damn, here we go. What's happening here? And it really pulled me in. And so maybe it's the trailer's fault. You never know. Trailer creating is another craft in itself that I really love. But for me, it didn't really get me to be like, I need to see this movie.
Gotcha.
So
That makes sense.
But at the same time, when it is Emerald, I'm always interested because I know she has a voice in this space, and I
Yeah.
like seeing that. So
It's very different from everyone else. She's not
Very.
doing what everyone else is doing. And I think visually this movie from the trailer looks amazing. For a movie that's about like yearning and love, the production design looks way more expensive than it needed to be.
All right. I got one on yours, okay? Are you ready for this? I've
Okay,
been
let's
saying
see.
this all night. You ready?
I know you were making your list. It's like, oh, me and Zach gonna chop it up. There's no way. There's no way. Okay.
All right, here we go. My number 4, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Where is this on your list?
We can share the number 4 because this is my number 4 as well.
We're back, baby. Like we never left. Okay. Agreed. I think Tom Holland has been a blessing when it comes to the role of Spider-Man in the MCU. And the first 3 movies are very good. They're entertaining, they're connected to the overall universe, and they push the character of Peter Parker forward in a way that a lot of the other movies didn't really do so much. It really pushed him into adulthood, so much so that we get another possible set of 3 movie trilogy with Peter Parker as an adult. And this is the first in that hopeful trilogy that we're going to see. And this movie has a stellar cast. We got our boy John Bernthal in the seat as Frank Castle. We got Sadie Sink, who's hot off The Whale and Stranger Things series finale. We got our boy Tremel Tillman, hot off of his awards for Severance. Zendaya, Michael Mando, who is a completely underrated actor. If you haven't seen Better Call Saul, he is so good. Mark Ruffalo back as Bruce Banner. Liza Colon-Zayas, Marvin Jones III with Destin Daniel Cretton. Fantastic filmmaker.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they've shown us so many things from this movie that have made me so excited. And so to see a movie that promises a more grounded Spider-Man, a more street level Spider-Man, I am just so excited to finally see Tom Holland's Spider-Man in a more grown up role, dealing with more personal things that he's ever had to deal with before. He's lost his family, he's lost his friends, and who is he now in this world? And we finally get to see that, and that is something that excites me so much. And on top of that, Spider-Man is, one of my goated superheroes of all time.
Great.
And we've never had a Spider-Man actor had a 4th film, solo Spider-Man film. And so we're in uncharted territory. And I, for one, can't wait to see how Daniel Dustin Cretton pushes Spider-Man into adulthood and pushes his story forward even more. And so I can't wait to see it. Why is this your number 4, my friend?
I think saying uncharted territory was perfect. I want to piggyback off that, right? Like we're having a situation where we have someone that did a trilogy with this guy and now is being handed off to another director that already showed promise for Shang-Chi. And then on top of that, so it's uncharted territory for that to happen. We're making a little history.
Oh, Uncharted.
Hey. We're just, you know what I mean? Maybe we might get a cameo from Matt. What's his name? Mark Wahlberg? Hopefully not, but maybe. Imagine Mark Wahlberg plays like Norman Osborn. Oh God.
I thought you were gonna say like, because he was like the bald one on that hijack airplane. He's just that character. We're like, what the heck? Why is he here?
Like Spider-Man just busts him in the beginning of the movie as like a cameo.
That
That'd
would
be
be
great.
hella funny. Snaps his neck, dead.
All right, done. But what you said about like this is uncharted territory in a lot of ways. Like Spider-Man Brand New Day, the Brand New Day comic book is hella controversial, right? So the fact that they even use that name is exciting because I've been wanting Marvel to take storylines maybe that wasn't the most popular or maybe kind of like came and went but was great, iconic, and bring that to movies and expand it and make it even better. We don't always want to dip into the most iconic storyline lines every single time because then you get trapped in having to like hit those beats. So if you take a storyline that maybe that's not as popular, you kind of get to do a new thing with it. We also have never seen, I don't even know, I can't, well, obviously it might have happened, but I've never seen a comic show or a movie do it where Peter Parker's identity is gone, right? We've never seen something like that where he's not Peter Parker. He's not attached to anybody. No one remembers who he is. He doesn't even have Aunt May. He's really just Spider-Man, and he's rebuilding his life as Peter while continuing to be Spider-Man, which is already established within this universe. So that's exciting as well. And one thing where I'm excited about but kind of scared about is like all the characters that are going to be in it, because Hulk is in it, Yelena's in it, Punisher's in it. We're getting Tombstone, which is really great, from the actor that voiced Tombstone. And we don't even know who the main villain is still yet.
No, we don't even know who Sadie Sink is, really.
We don't even know who Sadie Sink is. There's a lot of rumors and theories who she could be playing, and it's exciting to see how he interacts with Zendaya and the rest of the former cast again in this film. Is he going to run into his former classmates and they're not going to even know who he is? Or are they going to see him and like, you look familiar, but I don't know who you are? It's going to cause a lot of interesting things. And they said that this movie is going to lead straight into Doomsday. So I'm interested to see how all that is done in a seamless, clean way. And I think the most exciting thing, I know I'm talking a lot, is the physical swinging that he's doing that we've seen in set videos. Because there's been a lot of really close-up shots or CGI shots of Tom Holland swinging. We're actually getting him swinging. And he's the best Spider-Man to do this because he's the most athletic Spider-Man that we've ever had. So I'm excited for him to do the stunts because he's willing. He got hurt doing this movie. So he's willing to.
They had to pause production.
Yeah. So I'm super duper excited about this. I know that I think like a trailer leak, I did not watch it. Everybody, don't watch trailer leaks. I saw someone talk about how like Avengers Doomsday trailer was disappointing because it was just like the leak. You're not supposed to watch leaks, so you can't blame the trailer.
It ruined my excitement because I'm like, I want to see that in theaters. I don't want it shown to me on some crappy video that someone filmed. Like, but for me, I'm like, oh, I got to see it if it's out because it's just going to spoil it anyway. So I'm like, it's such a hard thing when these things are spoiled because like, they're meant to be seen in the theaters. That was the point of it.
Yeah. Or like the way that the company wants to show it to you, whether it's a Comic-Con or Brazil Comic-Con or whatever, not like just randomly on YouTube. And it's like not even the color grading is supposed to be. So I'm really, really excited to see the first official trailer, whether I think it's during the Super Bowl. It's rumored to be coming out for this movie.
No, I totally agree. I think in the top 5 is understandable. 1, Spider-Man is iconic. 2, uncharted territory. We haven't seen a 4th film, Spider-Man solo film from any of the Spider-Man actors ever. What happened with him and no one knowing his Peter Parker exists and being alone in the world and finally getting that out of the shadow of Iron Man, not resting on his technology and his suits, but really on his own, alone, crappy apartment in New York, going to college. Like that is what Spider-Man's all about. And so to finally get to that point, quiet the haters who are like, well, it's just Iron Man light. It's not real Spider-Man, and really show this same Spider-Man that we followed, but bring him down to his most basic form of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. That's what really excites me. And I can't wait to see how he shows the world that he is the definitive Spider-Man. And I'm so excited. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I agree with everything
best actor for that next year. Also I did hear that Zendaya, because she doesn't know Peter Parker, she's going to be dating Harry Osborn, and that's how they're going to bring him into it.
That would be
How
amazing.
crazy would that be? And
Yeah.
I keep hearing rumors that it's going to be Joe Keery
Joe Keery.
from
He was such a good Harry, because Harry is like a likable guy that has that darkness in him, and that's kind of what he plays in Stranger Things. Like he started
would be
as an antagonist.
so good. He would be
He's
so good as Harry. That
So
would
good.
be iconic casting. And if you kept it under wraps until the movie happens, that is how you do it, because we don't get surprises anymore.
No,
And so
everything is leaked, rumored.
everything is always leaked and rumored. So if you use Joe Keery to be Harry Osborn, an iconic Spider-Man character, and have him pop up as Zendaya's boyfriend, it would blow people away. And so I
Let's
hope
another white boy to date in movies.
Yeah, exactly. So can we please get some surprises still? That's what I want. So
Yeah.
are you ready for my number 3? We're getting into the top 3, my friend.
Yes, we are.
Actually, you know what? Oh, wait, that was your number 4?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Number 3. Man, I cannot wait for this. I'm surprised it wasn't higher, but it can't be because it's not. Dune 3. Moadaib. Denis Villeneuve. It has to be Dune 3. I cannot wait to see how Denis wraps up this trilogy.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the most divisive books of the trilogy of the Dune books, but with Denis adapting it and what he's done specifically with number 2, which is arguably the best sci-fi movie of the past 20 years. It is absolutely incredible. How are you not best director at the Emmys or the Oscars? It's insane. But I cannot wait for Dune 3. The cast again continues to be stacked, even from the last cast. Of course, we have Chalamet, but now we have Pattinson. We have Anya Taylor-Joy. We have coming back Florence Pugh, more screen time. Javier Bardem. We have the regulars, Rebecca Ferguson. Jason Momoa is coming back. We got Ida Brooke, who I don't even know, but we're on IMDb, so they'll tell us.
I think she's playing his daughter.
Okay. Oh, she's in Silo. That's where she's from. Okay. I thought she looked familiar. And then, to wrap up such a great first 2 movies with a third movie, this could go down as one of the best sci-fi trilogies of all time.
Great.
And it's just something that you need to experience in the theaters. And we were talking about it like with Avatar, but with Dune, this is a movie theater going experience that you need to see on the biggest screen possible. Because when you are there, you feel like you're in Arrakis. You feel like you're a part of this world, fully delved in, and it's something to be behold on the big screen around a group of people all experience at the same time. And this is a theater going experience I cannot wait for in 2026. This has to be on your list. Come on, give it to me, Zach. Where is this on your top 10 list? Come on now.
Number 2. It's number 2. So it's number 2 on my list. I love the first Dune. The second Dune is one of my favorite films of all time. It's like at the bottom tier of my favorite films of all time. I've only seen it twice. And I just remember being absolutely blown away by that second film. I was already a fan of Denis, Prisoners, Sicario, etc. But he pulled out a great performance from my boy Timothy. Great performance from Zendaya, Javier Bardem, all these people, even Jason Momoa. And the scope of the film is insane. Austin Butler was amazing in this. the look of the film, the worms. There's so many breathtaking moments in this movie
The
throughout. Like
speech,
the
Timothy's
speech.
speech.
I remember him saying silence and how that made me
I am
feel.
Muad'Dib.
Yes.
And, and it's like, in that moment with that speech, I'm like, yep, he's one of those ones.
He's one of those ones. And he found a way to make this movie have like cultural impact, right? The Lisan IIE meme is everywhere, right? Like people still use it.
Oh yeah, it's in the zeitgeist. Yeah,
it's in the the movie's in the zeitgeist. And a lot of people are like, oh, these movies are boring, whatever. I'm not listening to you. But like people love this franchise, right? Unfortunately, the Dune Prophecy show it didn't really hit. But the first two movies are in the zeitgeist. People love them. And I'm super excited to see how he tackles the second book, which is not the most loved.
Yeah.
It's more divisive.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah.
And how because he split the first book into two or whatever, which was weird.
It's so big. Yeah.
It's so big. Yeah. I started reading and I was like, this is dense. And the book is a lot weirder and it has a lot more other stuff in there. And that would have been hard to adapt. And I think it was David Lynch that did the original Dune movies. He tried to adapt all the weird stuff, and then that movie got panned, and now people like love that movie in hindsight. But he simplified it. Yeah, he simplified the franchise in a way that was digestible for everyone. I'm interested to see how he does it with Dune Messiah, because it turns Paul Atreides into a character that you're rooting for and you like, and then maybe he might turn into maybe almost like a Darth Vader character, because he is the inspiration for Anakin Skywalker. So
yes,
that'll be very interesting to see if he becomes that beloved character like an Anakin Skywalker after this.
For collector, did you ever see Dune Prophecy, the show?
I didn't watch it. I
didn't either. Yeah,
it didn't look impressive to me. I also was like, I'm not interested.
I didn't hear great things.
Like 100 years before what we're in right now. Like,
yeah, this is the stuff I want to see. Like, what we're in right now.
Exactly. Like, if Dune was done, like if Messiah came out, we were done. That's a trilogy. And then I was like, I just want more Dune. Then okay. But the fact that we have another movie coming out and we're in this, and we might even, I heard a rumbling that someone might take the reins and do the Children of Dune. Since we're in this, I'm not really interested to go so far back yet.
Zach Kreger is going to take the reins. No,
yo, that would be insane if he did like a weapons, like different point of view, huge sci-fi. It would be insane.
That'd be incredible. From the children, from the priestesses, like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh wow,
or even the bad guys.
Because from the like. And you change what you saw from the original trilogy, and that would be really cool.
That would be brilliant.
Let me ask you, because this is my third. This is your second, right?
Yeah.
What is your third?
My third film is The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping.
Third.
Yes.
Wow.
I am super excited for this because I love that last Hunger Games movie. I love all the Hunger Games movies,
right?
Huh?
They're not like, it's 24 year or it's
yeah. This is actually a book that just came out.
This one, Sunrise.
Yeah, this one. But she recently wrote this book maybe a year or 2 years ago, and they're already making it a movie. And Francis Lawrence is coming back to do this one. He did the original ones, and also he did The Long Walk, and he just knows how to do these dystopian films with kids fighting for their lives. Yeah. And we really got a solid cast here. McKenna Grace, Elle Fanning, Whitney Peak, Jennifer Lawrence is coming back, and Josh Hutcherson is coming back.
It's absolutely stacked.
Like, Jesse Plemons, Ray Fiennes again, like
Glenn Close, Jesse Plemons, Ralph Fiennes, Lily Taylor, who is underrated.
Yeah.
Ben Wong.
Who is
fantastic in The Long Walk. Oh my goodness, underrated. Kieran Culkin, Iris Apatow. You got some Apatow love in there. Jefferson White from
Billy
White
Porter.
What's that?
He looks
one?
familiar.
Taylor Sheridan one.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, he's in Yellowstone. Yeah.
It's absolutely stacked. It's absolutely stacked. And you got Francis Lawrence back in the director's seat.
The trailer looked good.
Trailer looks fantastic. This is high though, brother. This is high. Like this is over the Odyssey. That's
because I went in with low expectations for the last one and I was blown away. So I'm going to have proper expectations for this one. Because I love that last movie, and this Elle Fanning is on a tear. I also think that she does a great job in these time period kind of movies. Very fine,
so good, man.
Looks so good. Because if you ever see Elle Fanning in The Great,
design, the costuming is
action,
so good.
The social commentary, it's the characters. Like Rachel Zegler was so good in that last one. I know they're gonna pull out great performances from everyone in this one.
100%. No, 100%. And you know, Francis Lawrence, I really love him as a filmmaker. I think he is really good, and he knows this world. He did The Long Walk, of course, but he knows this world. You know what I mean? Like he lives and breathes this world. And so I love that he's coming back to do another one. And to be honest, like what was it? This was the second one, Catching Fire. Is that the second one?
Let me see. Games.
Yes. I always get, yeah.
The last two are Mockingjay.
Catching Fire is a fantastic movie. Fantastic. I really like that second one. So,
but he did I Am Legend. He did Constantine. Like he has a roster. I think people underrate him because he does franchise filmmaking. He doesn't really do like dramas or indies or whatever. Mm-hmm. But he's really great.
The Long Walk was so good, man. It was so good. Yeah, he did Slumberland with Jason Momoa for Netflix. I was like, oh god, that was a miss. But he knows how to do spectacle, and he knows this world. And he wouldn't. I don't think. I mean, obviously, but I think he dove back into this because this is a story worth telling. Because we get to see young Hamish, we get to see all these young iconic figures from this IP that we know and love, down to their most, naive form before they knew like this is the world that we like. This is going to get crazy. So it's really cool to go back and I can't wait to see it. So I'm really excited. Now that we have, so you already did your 2.
Yeah.
Right?
I did.
Okay. I'm going to do my 2, and then let's talk about some honorable mentions, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My second most anticipated film is your number 1. Right? Is it?
Yeah, definitely, of course.
Okay. This is my number 2 most anticipated film. We are a year out, and we've gotten bags with faces on it, behind the scenes with Downey, behind the scenes having a glass of wine. We've gotten the announcement at Comic-Con, and now we're starting to get some trailers.
Yeah,
if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah, you would want to call it. Yeah.
And so we're getting all these pieces, right? And we know where the MCU is right now with the audience. We've seen the numbers when it comes to Fantastic Four, when it comes to Thunderbolts, that they fell off compared to the height of the MCU.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, right? And so this movie has so much riding on it because it's really going to solidify where the MCU can go moving forward after these next 2 Avengers movies. So we got a lot of anticipation just to see what is this movie going to be. We didn't get a welcome wagon with Doomsday when it comes to teasing him over the past 5 years.
Yeah.
We didn't get a Civil War that brings together a bunch of these characters that we love before they're in a bigger team up movie next. We didn't get a lot of build up to this movie. So this movie alone with Doomsday has a lot of work to do in one movie alone.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, this is what we love. We love when all these pieces come together for a big, high stakes movie. And that's what it seems like we're going to get. We got Dr. Doom, who is arguably one of the most goated comic book villains of all time, finally on the big screen. We have Robert Downey Jr., who is a head scratcher when it comes to the casting of Dr. Doom, but definitely something that we need to see play out because we want to know how can they make this work and make it make sense. And then we have Captain America coming back. That has now been teased.
Steve Rogers.
And then we have all these new characters that we've seen that we've started to grow and like come into the fold in the bigger picture with the big dogs like Thor, Captain America, and probably Iron Man coming back. And so there's so much going on in this movie that I need to see it. Like, I can't believe we're like a year away. So with all that involved, it's not something like where I'm like, it's too much. Like, I don't really need to see it. It's more the opposite effect where I'm like, I need to see if they can pull this off. Because if they do pull this off, which is still a possibility, let's not get it twisted. The Russo brothers know what they're doing in this world. If they pull this off, this could go down as one of the best comic book movies of all time. I really think so. If done right. If not done right, we could be seeing the downfall of the entire MCU. And so a movie that has that power of being on that line of being the best thing ever or the end of something we've loved for 15 years, that is powerful. And that is something that I need to see. So that is why it is my second most anticipated film of 2026. What about you?
Yes, my number one, because I am not on the train of the MCU fell off or I'm tired of MCU. Yes, there have been projects that I'm like, okay, that was a little shaky, but that's always been part of the MCU, right? Phase one.
And even if they did fall off, this would still probably be your number one, right?
Yeah, because
if
I felt like they really fell off, maybe not. It'd probably be lower. It would have dropped a little.
Go like before Dune or something.
Yeah, Dune would have been number one.
So okay, but
like Dune 2 is so important to me. Yeah. But like, I'm so excited to see how all these new characters. I love so many of these new characters that they've brought up. I'm so excited to see them finally get into a movie and cross over together. Because I've always said the only issue that we've had so far. It's not the CGI, it's not the writing, it's not because women and gay and black and all this other stuff. It is because we have not had an Avengers film to tie up everything at the end of each phase.
I know.
That is the problem. You can't go through multiple phases without an Avengers film. You have to get it.
I'm so sorry. I was agreeing with you. You need to get those characters you introduced together at least before the Avengers, right? A little bit of crossover.
Something you need. Avenger movies are checkpoints. This is where we at. This is where their relationships are. This is how the world sees things and how things are playing out. And then we move forward and everybody splits up again. That is what the Avenger movies do. And we just have no checkpoints. So a lot of people complaint was like, okay, we're moving on to the next thing. But a world ending thing just happened and no one's talking about it, right? Like there's no there's a giant thing in the earth and no one is not
came out of nowhere. It's like, no, we don't really care.
You know, and like it took a long time before Captain America Brave New World kind of even talked about it because it wasn't like the main thing of that movie. So we need checkpoints. So I'm excited for us to get there with a new checkpoint. See the Thunderbolts, the Fantastic Four, the new Avengers, hopefully the new Guardians of the Galaxy, all these different teams kind of mixed together with these outliers like a Thor and Steve Rogers. Because I like what I like about that Avatar trailer is the fact that they didn't say Captain America is returning. They said Steve Rogers is returning because I don't want him to return and they don't respect Sam. That's my fear. I hope it's you know, you are
That's what
Captain
I'm
America
scared of
now.
too.
I'm here to support you because I chose you and you're doing a great job. So let's go.
Yeah, it's like your manager that's like not trying to micromanage you. Like, "Hey, I'm just looking at your work. I'm not gonna correct it, but just want to make sure you're on the right track."
Make
That's all.
sure that reunion between Steve, Sam, and Bucky is going to be
Fuck.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, they're all different teams, they're all doing different things. We have a lot to do. So I think this movie is going to be amazing. The Russo brothers have never let us down when it comes to an Avengers film, and I think they have a lot to prove. So yeah, that's why this is my number one, because I think this is going to be a certified, bona fide banger.
So you think they'll pull it through?
I think they're going to pull it through. They have to. There's no other option. They can't
They have
fail.
no choice. No, you're right. They have to. They have to, and if you are gonna bring in our old school MCU people back, our old school Fox X-Men people back, include the new people that we love, like Red Guardian,
Yelena.
Florence Pugh as Yelena, the Fantastic Four, which really enjoyed those characters.
Yeah.
You have to crush it. Like,
Yeah.
you have all the pieces there. It's up to you guys, Russos and McFeely, right? Or Marcus McFeely.
There's two of them, the McFeelys.
To put it together and really sell it. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Before I get into my number one, let's talk about some honorable mentions. Okay. This is my first honorable mention. It was actually moved off the March premiere month. So I'm hoping it's still going to be in 2026 because that seems to be their plan. But I'm going to put it on there anyways, okay? This is, are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Whitney Springs.
Oh, what is this?
Whitney Springs is from Kendrick Lamar and the creators of South Park.
Oh, yeah.
This is about a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum, discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his ancestors.
Oh, wow.
That's right, my friend. So we got Whitney Springs, a Paramount Plus film. This stars some people, these young people, these white people. But it also stars, I think, Kendrick Lamar, Celeste Octavia, and Chloe Ease. So this is such an interesting movie.
Yeah.
And for Kendrick Lamar to partner with the South Park creators, arguably some of the best creators that have the best social commentary of all time.
Yeah.
Arguably the best rapper that has the best social commentary of today, of all time. And you put them together in a comedy feature film. That is something that really, really excites me. So I, for one, cannot wait for Whitney Springs from Kendrick Lamar and the South Park creators. Zach, what do you think about this movie coming out in 2026?
I completely forgot because I remember it getting removed off the slate. But this is something that sounds very interesting. It sounds like something Jordan Peele would have done. Sounds like something that would be like a new Get Out, in terms of not like saying it'll be exactly the same, but have that cultural feel. Especially with the South Park creators doing it, there's going to be a lot of funny moments in there that's going to be quotable and memorable and ingrained in your brain. And Kendrick Lamar has been acting a little bit, right? I saw him in Power and he did a great job on there, and he's like popped here and there, so he had some experience. So I'm excited to see him kind of like step into that role as well, because I think his rap career is starting to wind down a little bit. I don't know if he's still interested in doing it like for another 10. I don't think he's gonna be doing it for another 10 years. Like, I don't think Kendrick's,
But he's the biggest rapper alive right now.
Yeah, 1000%.
After that beef, it's just ridiculous. Like
It's super
the prices went up so much on the tickets. I'm like, bro, I used to see him every time he come out with an album, and now I can't afford his like $400 for nosebleeds. I can't do it.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree though. I think you're right that he's so creative, and so like anyone that doubts like, well, can he act? I'm like, dude, this is tailor made for him to succeed in and to blow
Yeah.
people's minds away. And so I'm so excited. Why don't you tell me one of your honorable mentions?
I'm excited for Greta Gerwig's Narnia. I'm excited to see what she's gonna do with that world, how she's gonna flip it on his head, because the original was so like Christian influenced, and she said this is gonna be more of a rock and roll version of that. We need more fantasy films, and look, if she can keep the Christian influence in it because it is derived from that in the books, but make it rock and roll, that's fine, right? Like this Christian rock and roll, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be soft like the original movies are, which I'm not saying those movies are bad, but if you're gonna reboot it or remake it, do a different take, do a different style on it. So I'm super excited. And I think also what interests me is what this means for the industry, because she forced Netflix to give her a full theatrical run on this movie, which if she could do that, like Greta Gerwig's big because, you know, she has Barbie, she has all these other films, but she's not like that established. She's not Martin, she's not Nolan, she's not Spielberg. But the fact that she holds so much power enough that she can like be that first director to be like, you're going to give me a full theatrical run or I'm not doing this. They were like, okay, that gets me excited, because if more big directors demand it, then Netflix will continue to do it, because if they're going to buy Warner Brothers, we need these directors to push for the theatrical release. So I think that is exciting with Greta Gerwig. I think she's going to be heading something that she didn't even know she was going to be like pushing forward. And I think the movie's going to be great. She hasn't failed me once, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'm definitely really excited for this, especially, you know, we need more fantasy epics in the theater, something that really takes us on that adventure. And, you know, there's been a lot of fantasy movies in the theaters, but I don't think anything has really lived up to the heights of Lord of the Rings trilogy. You know what I mean? Like those are just so goated and so iconic that I think we're overdue for a fantasy film that has something to say, you know, about us in this space though. And I think Greta Gerwig, what she did with Barbie and how intelligent that movie was to translate that into a fantasy epic like Narnia. It's such a crazy move, but it could work so well. And so I'm just so excited to see like, what is this movie going to be? Because I feel like if anything, it's going to have something to say. And that really excites me about a new fantasy epic for people to see on the big screen in IMAX theaters.
Yeah, man. IMAX.
Oh, IMAX, baby. All right. My next most anticipated, honorable mention is a movie about a guy. No, it's you ready for this? Wild Horse 9. Have you heard of this?
No, not at all.
This is from Martin McDonagh, who, as you know, Banshees of Inisherin, right?
Okay.
Right? Hot off that. And of course, he had, what else did he have? He had In Bruges, which I love, 3 Billboards, 7 Psychopaths, which is definitely underrated. This is his next one, and it's a little bit more of a period piece. It's about a CIA agents Chris and Lee face a trust testing mission from Santiago to Easter Island during 1973 Chile. And it stars Steve Buscemi, John Malkovich, Sam Rockwell, Parker Posey, Tom Waits, and a bunch of kids. And so anytime that Martin McDonagh does a movie, it's something that I'm excited for because he is just such an intelligent writer and filmmaker, and his movies are so enjoyable. Like In Bruges is one of my favorite movies. I love it. I'm surprised Colin's not in this movie, but he's extremely busy. But it's something that I'm really excited for. From your reaction, I can tell this wasn't really on your radar, but after the description and knowing the players and the creator, what do you think about this project?
I'm interested. I am not like the biggest fan of him in terms of like, oh, I'm gonna watch everything he does. But every movie I've seen from him, I'm like, this is different from everybody. Like you have a voice and a style that I don't see anyone doing or imitating. So I'm excited. The plot line and the stars really make me interested in this. So I'm definitely is on my list now. Like it's moved up. Well, not moved up. It's on my list now because I even know when you said it, I was like, "What is this?" And
yeah,
like, okay.
Awesome. No, I'm glad to put stuff on your radar. Okay, what is another honorable mention for you?
For me, is a movie called Mother Mary, and that is starring Anne Hathaway, directed by David Laurie. He directed The Green Knight, which I absolutely love, which was a visual masterpiece. And this movie looks like it's going to be in that vein. Based on what I saw from the first initial trailer, A24, of course, is Anne Hathaway, which is one of my favorite actresses, is playing kind of like a tired superstar who has an assistant who's telling her that there's another way for her to get through this, and they kind of look like they're summoning something that they shouldn't be summoning. So the way it looks trippy. It looks Maya McCullough, is that how you say it? Michaela McCullough, I think that's how you say her name. I might be saying that wrong. She's also a great actress as well. Yeah, she's a great actress as well. So I'm excited to see her in a bigger movie.
Oh yeah, she's a great writer, director. Like she can do it all. And I mean, even Black Panther didn't really. She didn't get to do much.
Yeah,
she can do.
She's kind of like Donald Glover in that way, where like he can write, he can sing, he can act, he can rap. She has like a lot of talents.
Wears many hats. Very talented.
So I'm excited to see her go back and forth with Anne. I think that's
same because that's an Oscar tiered, Oscar winning actress, and go toe to toe with her. Really will be fun to see. So it almost made my honorable mention, but it did not, because I do really love David Lowery. I think he is a fantastic filmmaker. I think, it was sad what happened to his Peter Pan movie, because I was really hoping that was going to be good, but I love Pete's Dragon. I think that's a really good kids movie. It reminded me of the movies that we had when we were kids. And The Old Man and the Gun was really, really good as well. One of Robert Redford's last kind of iconic roles. Like he was really good in that. So he really knows how to get those performances out of those iconic actors. You know what I mean? He really gets it out of them. I mean, with Green Knight, Dev Patel was just like incredible. So, bye, Collector. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. So I can't wait to see that. Just to see the acting and the imagery alone. I think it's going to be incredible. All right. My next one, I got to go with this. I have so many on my honorable mention, but I can't name them all because we got to go. So I'm hungry. All right. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, man.
I love boosters. Have you heard?
Oh, that's one of mine too.
Boots Riley.
Yeah, man.
Follows a group of shoplifters who take aim at a cutthroat fashion maven. It stars Keke Palmer, Lakeith Stanfield, Naomi Aki, Demi Moore, Taylor Page, Isa Gonzalez, Will Poulter, Poppy Liu, Karis Dorsey, a lot of great actors.
Talk about a stacked cast. Yeah.
This is very stacked. And, Boots Riley is an like one of those filmmakers that you can never put him in a box. He will
Yeah.
always keep you guessing, but the things that he has to say in his movies are so poignant and so of the time. It's so beautiful the way that he goes about it. And sorry to bother you. It blew people away, and it was such a beautiful thing for Oakland because at the time, Blind Spotting came out. This movie came out, I think, not too long before. The Last Black Man San Francisco came out. It was like all these Bay Area creators were having something to say about being a black man, a black person in America, and they're all from the Bay. And it was like, wow, this is really dope. And like, Boots Riley's movie, Sorry to Bother, just added to like the texture of those movies and the way that he says it. It's not something that you would ever think of. No one could make a Boots Riley film but Boots Riley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way that he does it. He's iconic, and so I am really excited to see what he has to say. And I really liked. I'm a Virgo. I thought that show was out there, but I had a good time with it. So
Yeah.
I love the stuff that he makes. What about you? What excites you about his movie coming out? I can't even think of the name now. I love Boosters.
I love Boosters. Yeah. What a great name, right? It just jumps off the page. The bright yellow. When I saw it, and I saw these three. Obviously, I love Keke Palmer as an actress. I think after Nope, I started taking her seriously. And then I saw her in Good Fortune. And I was like, oh, she's great in this too. And Naomi Ackie is an actress on the rise. She's so good in Mickey 17, and she's so good in Sorry Baby. She was also good last year in that Zoe Kravitz film with Channing Tatum. I'm forgetting what it's called right now. But she's such a great actress that's on the rise. And then Taylor Page is an actress that I'm introduced to through Welcome to Derry, and I loved her in it. And I think she has a lot of potential as well. So the three of them together sounds like it's going to be a great time. But what's the big seller point of this is obviously Isa Gonzalez is in this as well. I'm a fan of her. So this cast is sexy.
Wonder Woman, maybe?
Yeah, hopefully. It's just a sexy cast. But also Boots Riley is the sell, right? Like his films have a style and a flavor to them, a rhythm to them that just
no one else has.
No one else has. It's his voice. So I'm excited to see what he does here with this really fun premise. Because the premise is fun. It's been seen before. We've seen people try to rob a famous person or a rich person before. But I think he's going to pull it off in a way that's going to be really, really different.
Yeah. And I do got to mention this past year, one of them days with SZA and Keke Palmer was just great movie, great ride. And so she's just been absolutely crushing it. And to have these three Black actresses who are all on the rise in one movie together as they're going up and with Boots at the helm.
Perfect.
It's just one of those projects where you're just like actors check, creator check, like setting check, like plot check. Like I'm totally interested and I cannot wait to see this movie. So that is, I love Boosters on my honorable mention list and yours as well. What else you got on your honorable mention? This is so fun, dude. I'm so excited for 2026.
Yeah, man. This I just looked up. I didn't know it was happening. One of my favorite movies from the 90s was Cliffhanger, right? I think that is the Sylvester Stallone film. Yeah. And we are actually getting August 28th, we're getting a reboot of it with a female lead. And that is Lily James, who I like. I think I've seen her in a couple things, and she's really good. She was really good in Relay this year. If you haven't seen that,
Pam and Tommy.
Yeah, she's an actress that's kind of underrated.
Completely transformed.
Yeah, Pierce Bronson's in this bad boy as well. So it's very similar to the first one, but like a little bit more personal. And it's directed by Wame Colette Sarah, who did Nonstop, which is one of my favorite action movies. He also did The Shallows, which is just a great water shark film. He did Carry On Netflix, which is a great action movie.
I like that one.
Yeah, he did The Orphan, which is a classic horror film. Yeah, he did The Woman in the Yard, which It's a movie that came out this year that I thought was fantastic, but got really divisive reviews. He also did Black Adam, but you know, yeah. But he's done a lot of really good films.
There he is.
I'm excited to see. That is hilarious. I'm excited to see him pull this off because the cliffhanger thing, when you have somebody that's committed to doing the physical work to do the film and actually have that thrilling adventure of climbing that rock and being stuck there, I think that this movie could be really, really fun.
No, I agree. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm excited about that. What about this one? You ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Outcome. Don't let the outcome become the income. You know what I'm saying? Jonah Hill directing and writing with Ezra Woods follows Hollywood star Reef as he is forced to confront his problems and atone for his past after being threatened by bizarre video footage from his past. Reef, in the titular role, is our boy Keanu Reeves. But check out this cast. We got Cameron Diaz, Jonah Hill, Matt Bomer, Kaya Gerber, Laverne Cox, David Spade, Roy Wood Jr. Like, this is a crazy cast. Atsuko Okatsuka, who's really funny. This looks like a very interesting project. If you take a look at these behind the scenes, this is something that really excited me.
Yeah.
And Jonah Hill has actually 2 movies coming out that he directed. Was this on your radar at all?
No, I didn't know about this at all. You put me on, man.
So this is another one, and then I want to show you this other one that he's doing. Do you know about this one with him and Kristen Wiig?
What's it called?
Where they play spoiled siblings.
Oh, check that sounds like it's going to be funny.
Yeah, it's called Cut Off, right? Like they get cut off from their fortune. So it follows 2 rich siblings who are cut off from their parents. This is also directed by Jonah Hill and also written by Jonah Hill and Ezra Woods. And this stars Kristen Wiig, Jonah Hill, Nathan Lane and Bette Midler as the parents, Chelsea Peretti, Camilla Cabello, Langston Kerman, Adriana Barraza. This and also TC Amos the fourth, also in the movie, in the other Jonah Hill movie too. So he just is coming out after not doing anything with 2 banger directing and writing movies that both are very interesting comedic tones. So I'm really excited to see him dive more into the director's chair because I really enjoyed what was it called? 90s? What was it called? Like the 90s?
Oh, I think it was mid-90s.
Early mid-90s. Yeah, I really enjoyed mid-90s. And so I'm really excited to see him get a little bit more deeper into his comic roots again. Yeah. And after watching Good Fortune, Keanu Reeves is just so good right now. He's really hit this stride where he can do the high octane action and that he can do the like self-aware comedy. And it seems like him in Outcome playing this Reef character is another movie where he's going to be very self-aware and very like irreverent and funny. And so these are 2 movies that Jonah Hill's directing that I'm really excited for.
That sounds dope.
All right, we got a lot more. What do you got? You got another honorable mention?
Yeah, I got. Hold on one second. Where is it? Oh my god! It is a Ridley Scott film coming out. If I can find it.
You want me to look?
Hold on 1 second. I just had The Dog Stars coming out March 27th. This is, you know, everybody's like, well, he's directed everything. Well, he's never done a post-apocalyptic movie before. And that is what he's doing. It's going to be starring Jacob Elordi. He's on the rise. Margaret Qualley, Josh Brolin, Guy Pearce, Benedict Wong. And it's an adaptation of a 2012 novel where a virus nearly erases, I think, everybody on the planet. And it's basically everyone trying to survive after that virus. So I'm really excited to see Ridley Scott direct something like this. Obviously, he's up and down in terms of films because House of Gucci and Napoleon were not great. But what's the name of that
Banger
movie?
cast.
Yeah, he did with
Banger
Matt
cast.
Damon.
The Martian?
No, the it's Matt Damon and
Oh, and Ben Affleck?
yeah,
The Favor? Or no, I forgot what
no,
it's called.
that's
The Duel. The Duel. Last Duel?
Last Duel. That was great. So like he's up and down, but he gives great stuff. He also is like, he has his personality and stuff like that. But I'm excited to see him get these actors together and do a post-up because we haven't had a great big budget post-apocalyptic movie. Like we haven't had a lot of like fantasy and like these are the things that used to come out in theaters and make money so that the indie movies could be made. So I'm glad that we're kind of getting back to it. Like this year seems like we're getting back to a lot of stuff that worked back in the past.
Yes.
And we're getting directors that we can trust. I feel like a lot of great directors were just trying to make slow indie movies, which I love slow indie movies, but we need to have the balance of it all,
I totally agree. What about Behemoth?
I don't know.
Tony Gilroy, director and writer, and/or baby, follows a musician from a family of musicians who returns to Los Angeles, a love letter to the music of the movies and the people who make it. This is starring David Harbour, Pedro Pascal, Matthew Lillard, sorry, Quentin, Olivia Wilde, Margarita Laviva, Barry Livingston. This looks really interesting, and I love this description, right? Like a love letter to the music of the movies and the people who make it. This is Behemoth.
Oh, wow.
What do you think?
It sounds really, really interesting. Great cast as well. Tony Gilroy has been somebody that's done a really great things on TV. So he's excited to see him in the movie space and see what he can pull off. Because his stuff is always visually pleasing. So I can see him killing it.
I mean, have you ever seen? I mean, he's done some good movies. Michael Clayton was really good. If you ever seen that, I mean, didn't he do Nightcrawler? I think
is he the one that did Nightcrawler? Because that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. He wrote it. I think he wrote.
He wrote it. Okay. So I know he does a lot of writing.
His brother and him switch off, right? Like,
okay, Dan Gilroy did it.
Okay. Yeah. Did he write it? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he produced it. I know he produced it. I think his brother made it though.
Yeah, his brother
Dan Gilroy made it. But man, what a premise! What a love letter to Hollywood, right? I love that. I love the music of the movies that we love. That doesn't really get a lot of recognition or love. So I think this could potentially be, Hollywood loves itself a lot. So this could be something that we could see during award season. I definitely could see people liking this, especially with Pedro and at the helm. I think that's something that we could definitely see. I'm not even going to look this up, but I'm really excited for Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man, with Killian coming back as Thomas Shelby. I'm really excited for that. So I can't wait. And then, I had to put this on here because it's Spielberg, bro. It's Spielberg.
Closure.
It's sci-fi. And I'm just really curious. So it's not in my top 10. But if you look at this, I mean, the cast is stellar. You got Josh O'Connor, Emily Blunt, Colin Firth, Wyatt Russell, Coleman Domingo, McKenna Bridger. I don't even know who that is. But you got a lot of great casts here, and it's Spielberg, bro. It's Spielberg sci-fi. And what gets better than that than a Spielberg sci-fi during the summer? That's so iconic. So I liked the trailer. I'm definitely intrigued and interested, but it's Spielberg, bro. It's sci-fi. I'm going to see that hands down. Everyone's going to, it's like, it's the GOAT. We got to go. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, man. I think the posters are amazing. I think the premise sounds really interesting. I don't think the trailer fully sold me on it, but the cast and the premise is really selling me on it. Yeah. So hopefully it's one of those things where the trailer, he doesn't want to reveal too much so he's not showing like what we're actually getting. And when I go into the movie, I'm blown away. I'm really excited because he's one of the greatest of all time.
Josh O'Connor is just on the rise, man. I mean, he was so good in Wake Up Dead, man. Did you see it?
What? It's my number 3 or 4 favorite film of the year. I love that movie.
So good, bro. It was
Josh
so
O'Connor
good.
is one of the best performances of this year. He was fantastic.
100%. 100%. Other than that, you know, we can go on and on. There's another movie I was going to put. It's called The Entertainment System is Down. Have you heard of this one?
Mm-mm.
It's by, did you ever see the movie Triangle of Sadness?
Yes.
Same director and writer.
Nice.
Listen to this real quick. Plus, I love that title, but the entertainment. Let's see. All right, check out this cast. So first off, the synopsis. Set on a long-haul flight where the entertainment system fails, the film will see passengers forced to face the horror of being bored, so their electronic devices don't work on a long plane ride, and they freak out. Keanu Reeves, Kirsten Dunst, Tobias Menzies, Daniel Bruhl, Samantha Morton, Nicholas Braun, Lindsay Duncan, Julie Delpy, Daniel Weber. Like, it just goes on and on. It's such a stellar cast and such a funny, like, you know, with the Triangle of Sadness, like such a funny, like, all these people stuck in the same place together. What are they going to do? All hell ensues kind of movie. So it was just something that definitely piqued my interest. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this as well.
I'm excited because he did a similar thing with Triangle of Sadness, and honestly, he subverted expectations as well with that movie like multiple times. And for him to bring another premise like that with like maybe even a bigger cast, I think for me he launched what's his name's career. He was in Baby Girl. What's his name?
Baby Girl.
Triangle of Sadness. I don't care about the box office. I care about the cast. Harris Dickinson. I think he.
Oh yeah, he did.
I think I think he launched him. He also Harris Dickinson just directed his first movie, and I heard a lot of people say it was great. Rest in peace to her because she passed away.
She did?
Like right after the movie came out, which was crazy.
That's terrible. Oh, Nicholas Braun was in it too?
Yeah.
So he likes working with him.
Yeah, so it's a great cast, great movie.
Kind of White Lotus-y a little bit.
Yeah. He's like a theatrical White Lotus. I can see that. Right?
A real examination of the 1%.
Yeah.
At least with the Triangle of Sadness. But he has that way, you know, to examine people in that way. So I really I can't wait to see this as well. So that is it. We could go on and on, but we're going to be here forever. And then, of course, my number one, which was low on your list, but I had to put the Odyssey as my number one most anticipated film. This movie has already made millions of dollars a year before it even came out.
Yeah, like, that's crazy.
That is the power of Nolan. It is absolutely incredible. And then the cast is insanely stacked. Arguably the best cast he's ever acted with. We got Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert P., Lupita, Zendaya, Charlize, Ryan Hurst, Mia Goth, James Remar, who's just crushing it right now, John Bernthal, Bill Irwin, Jovan Adepo, who's also crushing it with his boy James, Benny Safdie, John Leguizamo, Elliot Page, Samantha Morton. I mean, this is just the best cast I think he's ever worked with. And so
he just needed Cillian Murphy, and it would have been perfect.
I know. So the cast alone for the Odyssey is just something that I need to see how all these actors work together and how the story divulges. And then on top of that, Nolan has never done a fantasy epic kind of movie. This is another like uncharted territory for Christopher Nolan. And I love that he continues to challenge himself no matter how successful he gets. Finally got his Oscar, finally getting the recognition. He still wants to do things that he's never done before. And so to see Christopher Nolan do a fantasy epic of such an iconic book story with the Odyssey, with the Iliad, you know, all that kind of stuff, and to see him put his own spin on it, I need to see this film. It is something that I've never seen where people get excited about Oppenheimer. That's the power of Nolan. Spend $900 million going to the theaters on a biopic. That is the power of Nolan. And so to see him put that power into a fantasy epic, I cannot wait to see it. So that's why it is my number one most anticipated film. Acres talking about Power Ballad. I think I've heard of that one. They're like in a band or something. Power Ballad. Did you hear that about that one?
The Paul Rudd comedy Power Ballad? No, I never heard of that.
Yeah. An uplifting musical driven story about a wedding singer, a rock star, and the song that comes between them. Oh, that's right. It's with Nick Jonas and Paul Rudd. It's basically like, you know, Nick Jonas is like the younger pop star and Paul Rudd is the washed up one. They start working together, and then Nick Jonas uses one of his songs and has a resurgence in his career and doesn't give Paul Rudd the credit for that song, and all hell ensues. And this is from John Carney, who did like Sing Street, Once, Flora and Son, Begin Again. He's like the musical movie kind of person. So that's a really cool one as well. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
I see Havana Rose Liu in this, and she's one of my favorite up and coming actresses. So I'm excited to see her in a musical.
100%.
Oh, she's from Brooklyn. Nice.
Brooklyn.
Like me.
Yeah, so that's a really cool one too. Yeah. Havana Rose. I just saw her in a Christmas movie. Oh, what fun.
I want to watch that. Is it good?
It was good. Yeah. It was enjoyable. Yeah. Me and Erica really liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna check it out.
Easy. Michelle Pfeiffer, Stat Cass, Dennis Leary, Felicity Jones, Dominic Sessa, Chloe Grace Moritz, Havana Rose Liu, Ava Longoria. Like it's just a fun, you know, stupid Christmas movie.
I'm down.
We did it. This is our longest episode, but we needed the space because, one, we need to honor the actors that go too soon. Two, Avatar is almost $1 billion film in its first weekend. Three, there is so many good movies coming out in 2026. And so I am very honored to wrap up the year of the Evan edition, having you on the show, talk about our most anticipated movies for the year to come. And I just want to say personally, you know, this whole year I've been building this show out, and it's been such a special opportunity to have you a part of this show, to have you as a co-host every other Sunday, to get to know you, to call you my friend. It was one of the highlights of my year. And so to be able to wrap it up with you, it is just such a true honor. And I'm so glad that we get to continue this journey. So I just wanted to thank you for the memories that we have and for the memories that we will create in the future.
And to give you your flowers, I got to say, as someone that was getting burnt out on this YouTube thing after doing it for a long time, you have given me like hope again, because this is the type of show that I've been wanting to do with somebody for a while. The way you have it structured, the way you present, and what you want to talk about is always things that I'm interested in talking about. Because sometimes people want me to be on their stream, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. I never feel like that with you. So I really, really appreciate the love, and I really appreciate the friendship, because I always know, like, I watch something or I hear something, like, oh, I got to text Evan because we got to break this down. We got to break this down.
100%. No, I love hearing what you think after you get out of the movie. It's definitely one of my highlights when I get a text from you, but
Yeah.
it's been such a great year and we got some great stuff planned for 2026. We're going to be doing, as I told you, I'm going to have you on hopefully when we do some interviews with a
Yeah.
lot of people that I've been meeting from the convention circuits, some people in the space, some writers and artists from the comic book space. There's a lot of fun stuff to look forward to in 2026. I can't wait to continue to have you on the show, have you in the space. And for everyone that's been here and a part of this community, Acres, Collector, everyone that's, come in, commented, Jeffrey, I've really appreciated it. I can't wait to continue this journey into 2026. This is my last stream. I'm not going to come on next weekend. So I think this is the best way to wrap up the year, but it's been a heck of a year. I appreciate everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's commented respectfully, and everyone that wants to be a part of a community that loves movies, loves TVs, loves comics, loves comic book characters, loves all these different things in pop culture and gives you that comfort, because that's what this community is all about. And it's something that we always preach, because these things all hit people differently.
Yeah.
Our lists were completely different, and I was so surprised. But as Zach stated, happily surprised, because that's how you have a conversation, is when you don't always agree on the things that you love, but you can have a healthy conversation and be opened up to things that you never thought you would think of when it comes to the stuff that we love. So I appreciate every one of you for having some input, being a part of this community, and I hope you stick with us for 2026, because we got such fun stuff coming up. As you can see, we have such amazing movies coming up and TV shows. We should have done a most anticipated TV shows. That would have been really good. But I hope you guys can be a part of it for the following year, and I can't wait to get into it. So, Zach, where can the good friends find you?
Yeah, now that I'm rebranded, obviously on YouTube, you can find me at Zach Goldburn. You can find me that on Threads, Twitter, and Instagram as well, the same name. My first video back should be at the end of January, because I took a hiatus in November and December, where I'm going to be doing the rebranded Zachs, which will be my own personal Oscars, where I will have my nominees and people presenting, and Evan will be one of the people presenting. I'm excited. He just picked his category. So that's going to be really, really cool. I'm seeing the last couple of movies in the next couple of days, and I'm going to finalize who the nominees are, announce them, and start telling people how to record the videos and stuff like that. So I did that for the last couple of years. They were called the Attackies. Going to be changing the name. Obviously, because I'm not Zach Attack anymore. But I'm really excited to do that. I might do like a best of the year and the worst of the year video beforehand, but I don't want to force my hand on that. So yeah, I know for sure right. I'm doing the live stream award show, because I've really had a lot of fun the last 2 years. So look out for that.
That's fantastic. I can't wait for that. And I'm so happy to be a part of it. And hopefully, if the movie talk, movie club starts again, I would love to be a part of that. I always have a fun time with you and Kenny, and it's just so refreshing being around people that just love movies. And it doesn't mean that everything we go to we're going to like, but it means that we're still going to go to the theaters and we're still going to try and see things that people create, because they put their heart and soul into it. And that stuff matters to us, and you can feel it through the art that they create. And that's powerful stuff. And that's what this community is about. So the holidays can seem lonely for some people, but just know that when you're here, you're never alone. When you're in the comments, when you're talking about the videos, you're never going to be alone, because you're always going to have a community here where you can geek out with us. So we're not going away. Thank you again, my friend. As always, it is a pleasure having you. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for commenting. That was really fun to have you guys a part of the conversation. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a great end of the year. Have a great holiday. Go see movies. Go see the end of Stranger Things. I cannot wait. I'm going to go watch The Landman right now. Love that show. There's just so many good things out.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anyone to watch it with, don't worry, because we'll be right here. So take care, my friends. Have a great rest of your 2025, and we will see you in the new year. Bye-bye.
It's the Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. It's the Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. The Evan edition. It's the Evan edition.